welcome to Lego and Connect with Dominica May. I'm Dominica May, as if that wasn't obvious. And my guest today is Mike Brown, and we will hopefully be joined by another guest later on.
Mystery
Maybe two.
guest.
Yes, mystery guest. You have no idea, but I sent them the link. They weren't available right at the start time, but fingers crossed they end up being able to make it. This is my first time broadcasting live also to YouTube and Twitch. So,
Oh, we're on
uh,
Twitch right now?
yes, we're on
Get
Twitch
out of
as
here.
well.
I've never been on Twitch before. This is first for me. I'm new to Twitch.
Oh, you've never been on Twitch? Neither have I.
The only Twitch that I've been a part of has been the one where I have like a knee-jerk reaction of just kind of do like one of these kind of things. That's literally Twitch. That's really been the only kind of Twitch
Fair
that
enough. That kind of Twitch, not a Twitch where you're watching uh,
that gag went
stuff.
on way too long.
Look, it took me a little while to get it, so it's fair. Yeah, my Twitch has I haven't had a Twitch account that long, and I haven't streamed to Twitch yet. Um,
But we
but
are now.
yes, we are now. I have a Twitch account because I think I created it in part because I wanted to be able to interact with um, something that I was watching. I can't remember which one it was because there were a few things that I watched earlier this
What do
year.
you watch on Twitch?
So I've Sim, who's been a guest on here before, he has a Twitch channel, so I've watched a couple of his things. But I watched also like a Nickelodeon thing, so I follow Nickelodeon. They I watched a little bit of them
Nickelodeon has a
demonstrating.
Twitch channel?
Yeah, so
What's going on?
last week they were advertising or like doing a match with a Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl that's just come out
That sounds awesome.
on various platforms. It's not just Switch, it's Switch and PS4, PS5, and maybe Xbox. I don't know. I don't have an Xbox, so I don't pay attention to what's on that at all. Um, so yeah, I was interested in that because I'd heard that some of the Avatar characters were going to be in it, and I'm a Nickelodeon fan. Not wearing my Nickelodeon stuff right now, but I do have a Nickelodeon shirt and a mug as well.
Well, I mean, I've got like plenty of Ninja Turtle stuff here, which is that's also like Nickelodeon
Yes,
now. It never
now
used
it
to be,
is,
but it is now.
and
Yeah.
there are Ninja Turtle characters in the Nickelodeon All Star Brawl game. So looking forward to that. Even April O'Neil is in it. um,
What? April O'Neil is a fighter in a video game now?
yes, and what else?
I
So
need to play this.
I've seen a range of different things. So that was there was like a character design thing that Nickelodeon did that I watched earlier this year, before the video game last week. And what else? I watched like a tech company do a demonstration thing.
Yeah.
So there's a good variety of stuff, but I don't watch a huge amount on. Oh, I think the first thing I watched was they did something in response to all of the violence against Asian Americans that was happening.
Right.
And so they
Right.
had some well-known Twitch streamers who I have no idea who they are, plus the
Well known.
founder of plus the founder of Twitch. So like I follow him on LinkedIn now as well. These are interesting things sometimes.
If they post some cool stuff, why not?
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, so that's why I have a Twitch account. So I figured I'll broadcast to all the places. And
Just cover all the bases.
we'll
Yeah.
see if we have. Oh, I need to switch over to see if anyone chats. We don't have any viewers right now, but
Wait, we don't?
no. Not right now. There was somebody who clicked before. It was probably on Facebook because Facebook notifies people.
Something happened to your audio just
Oh,
now.
can you still
Like
hear
I
me?
can still hear you, but it sounds like you're far away.
Oh, that's weird. Maybe it switched over. Fix my settings.
Because you sounded fine before, and
And
now it sounds like
now I'm quiet.
yeah. Maybe did the microphone get moved away from your mouth at all?
Me.
Whoa, that sounds weird.
Well, I switched mics.
Okay, no, yeah, you're better. Yeah, it's good now.
Okay. All right. Settings and stuff.
Right?
My YouTube channel I have had for over a decade, I want to say. Because I have videos on there from a long time ago.
Isn't it embarrassing to go back and watch the videos that you posted
So
10, 15 years ago?
I just made I turned some of them private when I was going through.
I did. So the first time I ever did, I've only ever done stand-up comedy 3 times. 2 of the times that I did stand-up, it was actual prepared material. 1 time was like improvised stand-up, but like I recorded my very first and pretty much basically my only stand-up set ever. And it is cringe-worthy to go back and rewatch it. It's on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you the channel,
It's
but
not the one that you do your
no,
YouTube show.
no,
That's
no, no,
fair.
no, no, no.
That's totally fair.
It's so bad. I'm like, oh, why did I do that?
Yeah. Well, I've done a lot more stand up than that. My first stand up show was when I was 16 years old, and some of my stuff from that is on YouTube, but I can't remember if it's public or not. I don't think it is. I don't know. I should probably check and make sure the content is still
Sometimes jokes don't age well.
Well, I have made one thing private as a result of me realizing times have changed and having a different perspective on life. So,
That's the
it's
thing. I
possible
mean,
when I was 16, 17.
we're
I
all
was
here to
also just
learn. Like we live, we learn. We're gonna make mistakes. Sometimes we're gonna mess up really badly. And just learn from your mistakes and apologize and make amends and move on.
Yep.
You know, we're all gonna do it.
Yep. So
To
anyway,
sit here and be like, man, you made a mistake. How dare you? Get
no,
over it.
it depends on how you react to it, right? Like, if you double down, like, something that's happening right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all self-awareness, though, right? It's all
Yes.
self-awareness.
Yes. Yeah. So we might have like a couple of people mentioned that they wanted to watch today. We'll see if they end up being available and end up commenting. Who knows? Maybe this new using Restream, I won't see the comments. I hope I do, but
I don't think I have the comments brought up.
It should be. I don't know. For me, I see it to the right-hand side of the
Oh,
video
that's what.
screen.
Yeah, they're on the right. It's only when I make the screen small, but I can't see what it is that you're doing, so I make the screen.
That's fair.
Big.
It's fine. Don't worry about
Big
it.
screen.
So one of the things about Restream is that you can get the comments to show up on the video. So I might do that, or I can have all of the comments show up. I think it's that this. So I could do that. But then the video of us and the Lego is smaller. So what do you think is better?
Yeah. Oh, I like it bigger. That's what she said. Because here's the thing.
Oh, comedians.
Right? When you get a room of improvisers together and everybody just starts riffing, like who knows what's gonna come out. It's like the joke, the aristocrats.
Yes.
So it's like the social embodiment of what that joke is. just getting a room of improvisers together and like, hey, whatever happens happens, and we're just gonna say yes and to everything
To everything.
until somebody like throws a piece of poop on the wall, and then like everything goes like "Grrr," screeching halt, and then we all say, you get out now. But nobody's ever going to say you get out now. It's just going to be like the group mind of like, we don't want you here. Read the room.
Mhm, mhm. Um, anyway, we're been here for what, 15 minutes? Oh, no, 10 minutes.
10 minutes,
10
20
minutes
seconds.
since you were in here a little bit earlier than that. We were chatting a little bit before we went live.
Fair.
So I was estimating, and then I saw, oh, there's a clock there that says how long we've been live for. And I haven't started building a Lego yet. So I'm just going to do a brief little explanation, rundown, whatever. So I have since when did I start this? I think it was like August, right? I started building the Daily Bugle Lego set. So it's taken me this long, and I have been streaming it on Facebook, but it's been to a filtered Facebook, so not even everyone on my Facebook friends can have seen it. And so now I'm just like, I'm going to, for the finale of building my Daily Bugle set, broadcasts to the public and let's see what happens. Hopefully, I don't share any secrets that I
Well,
shouldn't share to the
can
public.
we just talk about this Lego set for a second? Because
Yes.
this is one of the most intricate, like this thing is huge. You can kind of see, like, for anyone who's watching this right now, you can kind of get an idea as to how. Look at this. Look at how tall this thing is. It's insane, and it's not even
It's
finished.
not finished yet. I'm still doing the top now.
And
That's
you've
what I'll be
got
doing
Green
now.
Goblin hanging off the side. You were showing me. I haven't even. My goodness.
I
Like
know it's been a while since you've been on the stream with me to do
the level
this.
of detail here is insane. There's like, can you flip it around to the back? Can we see the back for a second? Or
I
is that going
don't
to
have
be
a lot of room right now. I will do
fair?
that when we're done.
So,
when
I see
because
this.
I have all the
Yeah,
pieces here, right?
I
You can see
gotcha.
that there's not a lot of room for me to move around.
Because around back, there's like a dumpster with like little Lego pieces of
Oh,
half-eaten
see, I can take
chicken.
that off.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Is this the one that's got this one's got the gross hot dog? Wait, I can do it here. Here. Wait. Although the video on this is not as
Oh,
good.
there you go. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not as I think it's is that
Yeah,
okay?
it's a rotten hot dog and fruit inside of a dumpster. It's
The
like
other one
out
has soda
back
cans in it.
and soda can. Like it's like the detail. I'm just gonna harp on like the rotting food, but like the detail of this thing, like it's really well thought out. And it's not just, hey, you build a whole building full of Legos. Like each level, each floor, you can peer into, you can open this thing up and be a part of it. It's like a play set, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can take like it's built in a way that you can take all the front windows off so you can see inside while it's built, and you can just take it off at each level as well. I guess in case you want to put characters inside as
Mm-hmm.
you wish.
Yeah.
We may I mean, at the end of the stream, I will show off all the characters that I have built, all the minifigures that I've built
Yes,
throughout the
please.
thing, and we will decide where to put them. So maybe we'll open up and we'll see if there's somewhere inside that we want to put some of them, because I
So
don't think they're all going
hanging
to fit on the
off,
outside.
I mean, it's pretty clear that we can see there's Green Goblin on his little glider, and it looks like he smashed into the building, and there's like part of the building that's
He's like
hanging off,
smashing out of it, like he threw one of his,
like a
bombs or
pumpkin
whatever.
bomb.
Uh, yeah, and wasn't that Hobgoblin? I don't know. He threw
Well,
one of his
Green
bombs
Goblin
anyway.
started the pumpkin bomb. So Hobgoblin, his name is Ned Leeds, and if you're familiar with the Homecoming Spider-Man movies, Ned is Spider-Man's or
Oh,
his
his
best
friend.
friend.
Yeah.
So in the comics, Ned Leeds Spider-Man knows Ned tangentially, like they're not close friends, like they kind of know each other, but not really. They're more like friends of a friend kind of thing. So Hobgoblin, or rather Ned Leeds, um, he gets himself into a pickle, and he ends up thieving the Green Goblin's tech. And he straight up steals his glider. He steals another costume. So like Green Goblin has like an orangish yellow costume kind of laying around, and Ned Leeds steals that. He steals the pumpkin bombs. So essentially he kind of becomes Green Goblin 2.0, but
Mhm.
he's the Hobgoblin because he's not actually Green Goblin. So
Yeah,
like
he's
he
well,
just steals.
also he wears a different costume. He doesn't look green.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not
He's like
green, but he wouldn't
yellowish,
call himself.
orangish. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but there's no hobgoblin in this set, so that's a
Yet,
disappointment.
yet,
No, there's not.
yet.
They
Waiting.
they need to release another set. No, there's no hobgoblin in this set. I've
Yet.
seen all of it.
I'm just saying. Let's
Fine.
wait until a No Way Home comes out, and then we're gonna get little tiny little mini
I'm
figures of
talking about
Hobgoblin,
in this
and then you can
particular
put it in.
Lego set. This set, there is no Hobgoblin character. Maybe there'll be one in a future Lego set.
Yet.
It'll just pop into
It'll just
mysteriously.
exist. Yeah,
It'll just
it's
there'll
like the
be another
Mandela effect.
timeline, and yes, exactly. I'm gonna start building
Go for it.
the
Build away.
characters. So we do have. So I actually have 2 sections to build tonight, like part 15 and part 16. But the last couple of in the later parts, I've kind of gotten through them a little bit faster in some cases. So I figured I have enough time to do both, and it'll be fine. So we do both
You're
tonight.
good.
So I have 2 minifigures in this section, and then there'll be 2 more minifigures later on. One of the characters, I have no idea who they are. I know who Hobgoblin is, who's not in this set, but I have no idea who this other character is. I don't know if they're a villain or a hero.
Is
But
there a
they,
name?
yes, it is Firestar. They're a
Firestar.
mutant hero with ability to conjure fire. There's so many mutants
gonna
that
say
do fire.
Is Firestar one of oh shoot, what was the Canadian version of the X-Men?
Oh, the Alpha Flight?
Alpha Flight.
Mhm.
Is Firestar one of Alpha Flight?
Maybe? I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to Alpha Flight. I'm just like, why? I mean, I know Wolverine was kind of switched over every now and then, but
Firestar is a fictional mutant superhero appearing in media published by Marvel, debuting 1981 on the NBC animated television series Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Interesting. I always love it, like when the TV show creates a character that is like lasting and then comes into the comics. I
right,
love that.
that's
Like Harley Quinn.
interesting.
She has the ability to generate and manipulate microwave radiation, allowing her to fly and create intense heat and flames.
Well, since we're talking about her, I may as well build her first.
Might as well.
Let's see. So this is another one with 2 different faces. If you want to help me choose, I don't know how good the focus is. I mean, sometimes there's really bad focus on my phone. So if you can't tell,
No, it's good.
there's
You're
not a
good.
lot of- it's like oh no, can I reach? It rolled away. Heads will roll.
That's a great song.
So there's kind of let's see. Can you see that?
Sure can.
Smiley face.
She's got a little mask.
Or a scowl. What do you think?
Oh, smiley face, definitely.
All right, we'll do the smiley face one then. And she's got long red hair
Sure does.
because she does fire.
Angelica Jones is her
Is her real name?
is her real name. I only know that because I just looked it up.
No, that's what you're here for. You're here to Google stuff for me.
You don't actually
'Cause
need me.
I'm
I'm just the
building.
Google guy.
Right, and she's got fireballs in both of her hands because that's
As it
her
should be.
power. What? Is that another,
As it
that's
should
what she
be.
said? Oh, I think we were making another. That's what she said.
She's got fireballs in her hands. That's what she said.
It could be. Come on. Sometimes it's hard to get the pieces in. It's hard to get it in. That's what she said.
Oh, that is totally what she. Sorry, my air conditioning is on like economy mode, or not economy, like eco-friendly mode.
Mhm.
So it just turns itself off because it says, "It's cool enough in here, Mike." And I go, "No, it's not air conditioning." So I just had to turn off the economy mode.
I see. What's the weather like in New York right now?
It's way more humid than it should be. It is October 15th, and it should be like the weather should be cooling down and stop being humid, but it's pretty humid right now. It's not as bad as it has been over the summer, obviously, but like it's not October weather. It's still like, hey, shorts and a t-shirt kind of weather. But it's October, which means we should be wearing like long sleeve shirts and pants and hoodies outside. But
You know,
uh,
I regularly check my Facebook memories, and my memories of the last few days have been interesting mix of various weather very fluctuations. So I never know what to expect. Is
the
it going to
things
be
we
hot or is it going to
post,
be freezing?
the things we post on Facebook, and then we're haunted by like 10 years
Right,
later.
until the end of time. Oh,
And you're like,
what?
oh,
You popped out. That's what
that's
she
what she
said.
said.
I did not know that this would end up being just a stream of jokes like
That's all we're children. We're improv. We're children of improv.
that. This should not be this hard. You know
That's what
what?
she said.
I No, she would want it to be that hard.
Well, maybe not. Sometimes
Oh,
soft is
oh,
fun.
okay.
It's called flaccid fun.
You know what? I'm going to give her just one fireball for now because I want to build the next one. There you go.
There you go, Firestar.
Firestar. Now we
Good.
have Blade.
Blades in this?
Yes, Blade is in this.
Oh man.
Are you looking forward to the new Blade movie that they're
With
working on?
Mahershala Ali, you better what's the phrase that I'm looking for?
You
You
bet
better
your
believe it.
ass.
You bet your ass.
You bet your ass.
But you have to be really sassy about it when you say ass. You bet your ass.
Okay. Wait,
That's
do I have
yeah.
two faces? Oh no, he's only got right. He only has one face to choose from because because he's bald. And so there's no
Well,
hair
also
to...
because he's Blade and his expression never changes.
Right, well that works too. Okay,
He's
here's
a
wait.
daywalker.
And he has swords. Do you want to look at these swords?
Okay. Who would win in a fight? Those are pretty awesome. Wade Wilson, Deadpool, or Blade.
They have the same kind of swords.
They do. Yes, they. That's what spawned this question.
That's why I asked. Well, which of them has healing powers?
They both do.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Fair
Mhm.
enough. Oh, is Blade also like part vampire?
He's half vampire, half human, which is why
Right.
he's a daywalker. Sunlight doesn't affect him, so he can go out and walk around in the day. So his mother was human, and his father was a vampire. But I believe his father died before he was born, something like that. So yeah.
Well, Deadpool stole Dracula's wife or something and married her himself.
That
Anyway,
sounds like a
there's
Deadpool thing to
Blade.
do.
Yes.
I wonder if Deadpool is like pansexual.
I believe so.
He just
I mean,
does what he
I don't
wants
think
to
it's
do.
explicitly stated. I've heard
Yeah.
bisexual, I've heard pansexual, so he's fluid.
Yeah, he's fluid. He does what he does. I think it's great.
He definitely has a crush on Spider-Man. So there should
Oh
be a
man.
Deadpool in this set.
I don't think he has a romantic crush on Spider-Man, but I definitely think he has like a body of work crush on
Mm.
Spider-Man, if that makes sense.
That yes.
I think he kind of wants to be Spider-Man deep down. I think is
he
what
he
Deadpool
just
wants.
wants to be friends with everyone in the Marvel universe, and they all hate
Yep. Oh yeah, for good reason. He's a jackass.
him.
But
All
I
right.
love the comics where like Deadpool, Spider-Man, uh, and Daredevil all team up. Like those are fun stories. And then the
Mhm.
Punisher usually like comes in and out of those stories, and they're like, "No, you can't just straight up kill people." And Deadpool's like, "Why not?" It's fun. They're fun.
Oh, this way. Sometimes I can't follow instructions.
That's what she said.
It's better when you don't follow those instructions.
Oh, things that I want to say to that are private moments.
Can't be on a public stream. I apologize, Mike.
Can't be on a public
You were
stream.
the one that
Sorry.
encouraged me to do this one.
You bet your ass.
This one public.
I always like the idea of like certain breeds of snakes being called an asp because you bet your asp.
Hmm. You like the lispy sort of
There's some
sound of it?
there's just like this sassy kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of fun. It's just kind of fun to say.
We do actually have a couple of viewers who seem to have been consistent. So I don't know if we want to draw attention to it. Maybe they'll
People
disappear.
are watching our nonsense.
Maybe they're like random people on Twitch that just decided to show up.
I can't believe people are watching our nonsense. Well, hello people who are watching our nonsense. Drop us a line. What do you guys want to talk about in case you're just joining us for the first time? Dominica is building the Daily Bugle Lego set, which just came out. When did this? It's fairly new.
Yeah, I want to say it was sometime earlier this year. I did see somebody I'm friends with on Facebook posted when he got it, and I think it was fairly early on. And I'm pretty sure it was after I built my Lego pirate set. So, and that was February this year. So, sometime earlier this year, I'm pretty
I
sure is
keep
when
seeing
this one
that
came out.
Lego Pirate set in various stores, and in fact, so I texted you a whole bunch of different like Lego
You
sets.
did.
I
You got
work
very excited.
I work as a flight attendant. I'm not going to say what airline that I work for, but I work
Good
as a
for
flight
you.
attendant for a major airline. And when I was in the airport the other day, they have like this huge Lego Lego display in the airport, where you just like, hey, I want to buy this one, I want to buy this one, whatever. So, like, of all places, like in the airport, there's this massive. They have like a really good selection of Legos, and the pirate set is there, the pirate ship, and I'm like, oh, that's so
How can
cool.
you buy a set that's big? Like, if you're traveling, right? Why would you buy a set that is that size? Like, it's not going to fit in your luggage, especially
No,
like in your
no.
carry-on, right? Like, it's just
I
not.
the only thing that I can think of is like for people who are on like business trips or whatever, and yeah, like if the only piece of luggage that they have is like a checked piece of luggage and maybe like a briefcase, then they'll buy like
They,
$1,000 worth of
that
Legos, and then just
that's their hand luggage, just a box
yeah,
of Lego.
yeah. I don't know.
Fair.
I don't know how people live their lives, but yeah, I mean, like if you go to Disney World and you buy all these Legos, okay, then you can at least kind of plan to like, all right, well, so this is gonna go. We're gonna hand carry this, and I see that on the airplane all the time coming back from Orlando. You have like all these families who travel with like all these extra bags. I mean, you're only supposed to have one carry-on, like rollaboard suitcase that goes in the overhead bin, and then like one backpack that fits underneath the seat in front of you.
Mhm.
But when you get like these big families and like, well, my child can have a carry-on bag, which is like bigger than the child. I mean, that's like how these families run. And so they just have like all these bags full of like so many stuffed toys and like n- keepsakes and crystal balls that they bought from the haunted mansion and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
kind of crazy. So I don't know if that answers anybody's question.
Nobody has any questions, so we're just answering our own questions.
Why don't you ask me a question?
Ooh, well, how personal can I ask? Okay, I know. Oh, I'm curious. How
Whatever.
was your honeymoon? You want to talk about that?
Oh my gosh. Can I share photos on this thing?
I don't know if you share
It,
your screen. Maybe do you have that option? I know I do.
see, play local video, downloads. Okay. All right. So let's see if this starts playing. This is one thing that we did. Is this video going to
Oh, do I
play?
have to approve it or something? I
Oh,
heard
I
a
don't know.
noise.
I just uploaded like an 11-second video of me snorkeling.
Do I have to do something to share it?
I don't know. It just said play local video and I uploaded a video. So I don't know.
How do I share it? What's this? Oh, okay. Local. Well, I'm gonna. No, that's yours. I mean, that's if I want to share something from mine. I don't know how to
Huh.
share.
Well, I'm trying to play it. Nothing's happening. I don't know. All right. So basically, whether it happened, I don't know. Cool. Good job, Mike. So after we went
Oh,
down that rabbit
that's
hole,
what this is. There's somebody here. Oh no. Okay.
oh, that's loud. Can you?
There.
I can
I
hear
can't
the video.
hear it,
I
but I
can't see
can't
it.
see it. Well, we heard your vacation.
So you heard my vacation. You heard me. You heard me swimming in the ocean.
But where's the video part?
That was weird.
That's really weird.
How did you do that?
Maybe there's another. It's just black. Like that's all I
Yeah.
can see is just black. So I don't know.
Eh.
Well, at least I know where it is now. I want to play a video.
Right.
But it's not very helpful. What we can do is hear it. What does this do? Maximize. I have no idea.
Oh well. Well, now you've heard my vacation twice.
You can tell us about what it was that we heard.
Okay. So let's. Do you want to start with the honeymoon, or do you want to start with the wedding?
Whatever you want to talk about. I mean, I watched your live stream of your
You
wedding.
watched the
I
wedding.
watched it and I commented. But obviously you were getting married, so you didn't see any of that.
So for context, I live in New York City. For anyone who was watching, I live in New York, and my fiance and I, who is now my wife, we got married at the Central Park Boathouse in Central Park. Which, if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of a big deal. It's featured in a lot of movies, like especially romantic comedy movies. Like 27 Dresses, it plays like a big part in the movie, whatever. So we got married at the Central Park Boathouse, right? And we know that not everybody could attend, so I decided to live stream it on Facebook just so everybody had the opportunity to try and be there, see something, right? So there were parts, the guy that was operating the live stream and kind of like moving the camera around or whatever, he didn't realize that because the bishop who was officiating the wedding, we had a wireless microphone on him that hooked up to my phone, but the receiver needed to already be in the phone before the video started streaming. So anytime the guy behind the camera kept plugging the receiver into the phone, it would cut the audio out and nothing would work. So if anybody who was watching the wedding, if you kept noticing that the audio was going in and cutting out and the audio was just like really bad in general, that's why. So what was happening is that parts of the video when he would plug the receiver in and it wasn't like connecting properly, people would comment in the comment section, be like, hey, the audio's not working. But which is, totally valid, totally, it's fine to let the person behind the camera know, hey, the audio's not working, stop doing what you're doing, right? But some people, two people, one person texted me literally as I'm getting married saying, Mike, can you fix the audio? One person texted me. Yes.
And why would someone think to do that? That just seems
one
so
other
stupid.
person called me. They called me during the wedding while I'm in front.
Like, they are watching the live stream. They can see you're clearly not behind the camera and can't do something about it.
Yes.
So that just seems like ridiculous.
Yeah. One person texted me to see if I could fix the audio, and another person called me. I assume for congratulations, but like, dude, I'm not gonna pick up the phone.
Right.
Excuse me, everybody.
Wait, did they leave a voicemail message?
I don't. Did they? Well, now I have to look. I don't think they did. I don't think they did. Voicemail. No, they didn't. But can you imagine?
That's just so ridiculous.
What would that voicemail be? Mike, I was watching a live stream, but you're not picking. I'm trying to call you to wish you congratulations. Why aren't you answering the phone?
But see, the other thing is, like, if you're watching a live stream, which is clearly being streamed from your phone, you also wouldn't be able to answer it.
Right? But I do love that concept.
Technology does that sort of thing.
I love that idea of somebody calling me in the middle of my wedding. And I'm just kind of like, oh, sorry guys, sorry, I have to take this real quick. Hey man, oh thanks, I appreciate that. Oh yeah, do you want to talk to her? Yeah, here you go. It's like, come on, get your head out of your ass. Yeah, but no, after
unless
the wedding,
unless they weren't like paying attention to your Facebook, they had no idea that you were getting married at that second.
Very possible. That's very possible.
Because they didn't leave a voicemail, so you have no idea.
True.
But do you know who it was? Like,
did
it come up?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And was it someone that should have known better?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
He sent me a wedding gift. Like 3 weeks before, and the notes that came in the wedding gift was, can't wait to watch your wedding on Facebook Live. So it's conceivable. This is, I mean, I'm not going to say their name because I don't want to publicly throw them under the bus, but like,
you don't want to publicly shame them. That's what you're saying. You don't want to shame them.
Dude, I know. Yes. Well, I mean, isn't that not what we're doing? We're literally shaming this person,
but
in a nameless fashion.
Yes, and so that's acceptable.
Yeah.
I've told you that there are things that I will not talk about if we name them, but I might be able to talk about things in a non-naming way.
That's fair. Yeah.
I did say that.
But still, like, the person who texted me to like, hey Mike, can you fix the audio? Like
yeah, dude, I'm gonna interrupt my vows to fix something for you who is not my almost wife.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no. So the wedding was a huge party though, because we had a live jazz band. After the cocktail hour and everybody sits down at their tables, Kim and I are still outside. And as is customary, as is tradition, there's always like the announcement of, and now Mr. and Mrs. In our case, Brown. But like, everybody walks through and like big whatever, and then the band plays like a really kind of big elegant song, whatever. So when we got announced at the reception for the first time as Mr. and Mrs. Brown, or Frances Brown is kind of because Kim's hyphenating her last name. So, and I also just kind of like the idea of being called the Frances Browns. I don't know,
That's
it's fun.
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
So they announced us as Mr. and Mrs. Frances Brown, and the song that they played was the theme song to the Muppet Show. It was so fun. It was like this jazz live band it was so good. Yeah, da 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 and da 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 da. It was, oh man, I loved it. And then the reception was incredible. Lots of dancing. Like I said, it was a live jazz swing band, so everybody was up on their feet. Um, I have to give a huge shout out to the maitre d'. His name is Harold at the boathouse. Harold is not just good at his job, he is great at his job, because if there was a problem, I'm on it. I'm your personal concierge. If there's anything you need, you talk to me and I will take care of it. And not only was he kind of like the fixer of the wedding, he like cleared people out of our path. I'm sorry, you need to stop talking to the bride and groom right now because they need to eat. This
Right.
is their wedding. They need food in their stomachs. You need to go away because they need to sit down and eat their food.
That's great.
Harold was wonderful. He was an absolute delight. But then the next day, we got married on a Friday. The next day, because so many people came in from out of town just to
Hmm.
see us, and there's no way to spend quality time with everyone at the wedding. So we had a big picnic in the park at Strawberry Fields, where like if you just want to come out and hang out with us, for a few hours, here's when we're going to be at the park. So we hung out from like noon to 4, and a whole ton of people came out, and we got to actually FaceTime and chit chat and hang out with people. So that was great. Sunday morning, we flew to Cabo in Mexico, which I am genuinely surprised at how few people know where Cabo is.
I had to Google it when you told me.
See, you say it's the Baja Peninsula in Mexico, and people are like, so it's Mexico? Well, yeah, it's Mexico, but like the little like dangly thing that's right next to Mexico, just south of California,
Yeah.
and people
I
are
see.
like,
I
oh,
know where Baja California is.
a lot of East Coasters don't. When you say Baja California or Baja Mexico, people have no clue what that is. People are like, oh, I just thought that was California. And you're like, hang on. You thought California like is parallel to Mexico? What's wrong with you? Anyway, so we went to Cabo, and the facilities were absolutely like the resort that we went to was spectacular. It was 10 out of 10. When you think of like the most luscious in like it was clean, it was beautiful, it was huge. It's not just one building. The resort was not just one building. The whole resort is built into a mountainside, and it's a series of smaller buildings that are like built into this mountain or on top of the mountain. It's breathtaking. The service, however, the quality of the food
Did have
and
something
the
to be desired?
amenities, they were lacking. I would say 3 out of 10 for all the other
Oh,
things,
that's disappointing.
but the facilities were gorgeous. 10 out of 10. It was, oh man. The food, like I said, the food wasn't bad per se, but it was not like it was
It
it,
didn't live up to your expectations.
it wasn't even as good as diner food.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
I
shame.
ordered a steak. I was on the fence if I was going to order a steak. Well, because I usually order my steaks well done because I have a weird thing. And this one day I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and order it medium. let's just eat a medium steak. And they brought it out to me. It was full on well done. And I was like, oh, well, okay, somebody messed that up. But then the food combinations were so weird. Like Kim ordered a shrimp cocktail. Now, just so we all have a basic understanding as to what a classic shrimp cocktail looks like and how it's served, Dominica, when I say shrimp cocktail, what image gets conjured up for you? How does a shrimp cocktail look?
Okay,
How
so
is it
it's
presented?
it's not something that I generally order, but I imagine it's like shrimp in a cup.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Keep going.
And it
And what's
has
inside the
like
cup?
some dressing stuff on it.
Yeah. So there's like a cocktail sauce. It's like a
Mhm.
spicy kind of cocktail sauce that you take your cooked shrimp that's like hanging off the cup, right? And
Yeah.
then you dip it in the cup and then you eat it. That is shrimp cocktail across the board. That's how everybody knows that shrimp cocktail comes. So, okay, you're going to do something a little avant-garde. You're going to like try and switch it. You have a little culinary delight here, right? Okay, cool. It was pico de gallo with chopped up shrimp inside. That was their version
That's
of shrimp cocktail
okay.
with a little
That's what
tomato
you
sauce.
get for expecting something American in Mexico.
No,
No.
it was, oh man. No, I don't blame this on Mexico. I blame this on the resort. And what was another thing that I ordered? Oh shoot, what was it? It was something, it came in a tomato sauce. Oh no, it was shrimp scampi. So if you've ever had shrimp scampi is cooked, or the shrimp is cooked in oil, and then they put it into a white sauce, like a white wine sauce, right?
Mhm.
And it's really light and it's almost kind of pan fried, right? And then you put noodles in it, put a little Alfredo sauce. That's essentially shrimp scampi, right? With less of a white sauce and more of like an oil based kind of thing. Aioli would be a perfect topping to put on top of this. They just cooked for my shrimp scampi. They cooked shrimp in Campbell's tomato soup.
Ew.
Yeah, yeah,
Ew.
yeah. So not bad per se,
I know, I would say that was bad.
but it was not appealing. I didn't finish it. It was like you had this head chef in charge of the whole restaurant and going like, what's something different and creative we can do? Who has no culinary experience whatsoever? That just kind of seemed, or maybe like an 8-year-old child.
Maybe they're going through the US's labor shortage. And
Uh,
they don't have proper chefs right
uh,
now.
I mean, that very well could
You know,
be.
you know.
That's a definite possibility. Yeah, but I mean, I will say we went out, we went ziplining. This is going to be so not how photos are supposed to be shown on the internet, but
But you can't share it the other way because
yeah.
clearly it just does sound and no video.
So here's me and Kim. We went ziplining in Cabo. Where's my favorite photo of us ziplining? Oh, we paid like $200 for these photos, but it was like totally worth it.
That's what you do when you're on a honeymoon. You spend exorbitant amounts of money.
It's true. It's kind of true. Okay, so I'm gonna play for you the video that we've only heard the audio.
Fair enough. Wait. Let's see if. Oh no, if I mute this one, then we can maybe see it bigger. Let's see, and let's get rid of my video.
Give it the best possible chance. Hey, it's just me. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Lego Build live stream where I'm not building Legos. Um, Dominica, are you still there? Because I can't hear you at all. I Okay, there you are.
Okay, fair enough. I have to be on video for you to hear me. That sucks. I didn't
It's
mute
fine.
myself. I just turned my video off.
I will just I don't know what the right word is to say like how not tech savvy this is, but I'm just gonna play this video of me. Here we go. That's it. We went snorkeling.
And
That's
now
all it
we can
was.
actually see it. All right, I'm
And
gonna
now you
put
can see what
the
we've only
Lego
been hearing.
one back on. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys not all of the facilities of the hotel, but this is me and Kim when we first got there. Just look at this place.
Okay,
Is
that
that
looks
not
pretty fancy. That looks pretty fancy.
it kind of was. I mean, like I said, the food was not great. But these facilities, oh, here we are at the wedding. After Harold, the maitre d', forced us to sit down and actually eat. And then my cousin came over and said, "Hey, let's talk." And then he snapped a photo, and it was, I mean, this is a great photo. I love this a lot. But yeah, we had a great time. It was fun.
I'm glad you shared that with me because I hadn't yet had the chance to catch up with you on that.
Yeah, we haven't talked until back when I was still a fiance.
Well, technically, I did come in and chat with you a little bit on your stream on Wednesday.
Fair. Yes,
A little
fair.
bit.
Yeah,
Tiny
but it's
bit.
not the
But it
same.
wasn't wedding stuff. It wasn't
No,
personal stuff.
no, it wasn't the same. So what's going on with you? How have you been these past few weeks? Catch me up.
Oh, what have I done? I mean, I spend most of my time working, I guess, like my day job, which I enjoy. I'm having a ball with my day job, but it's not really something that I talk about.
It's
um,
uninteresting.
it's no, it's not uninteresting. It's just I don't know how much of what I do for my job is stuff that I'm allowed to talk about because I
What?
signed a confidentiality agreement kind of thing
Right.
when I started the job. So
So what's the basic idea of what you do?
so I can't remember if I talked to you about this before. Hopefully I did. But earlier in August last year through until February this year, I took a boot camp in data analytics through
Mm-hmm.
UC Berkeley. And now I am working on the curriculum to make further changes to that boot camp.
Gotcha.
So that's the gist of what I do.
Working on the curriculum to make changes for the boot camp. Yeah, the boot
Exactly.
camp.
Yes, that's what I
What
do.
is inside of your mug? Is that milk?
It's ginseng tea. What is that?
Ooh.
Which I put milk and sugar in because I always have milk and sugar when I drink tea.
Oh, it's not that I can't put milk in tea. I just like just plain black tea.
Fair. Everyone has their own preferences.
So the piece that you're currently building that's not the roof yet, is it?
Yes, it is.
That is the roof.
Yeah. It is indeed the
Growing
roof.
up in Western Pennsylvania, do you know what we used to call the roof?
There's
Of
another word for roof.
No. It's the same word. Okay, let me. It was misleading how I asked that question.
Something? What did I miss?
Take a guess at how we.
I missed a whole step.
See, that's
Don't
what
mind me.
happens when you're having fun.
Don't mind me. I
So in
missed
Western
step
Pennsylvania,
460.
we would say rough.
Oh, it's just the
not the roof.
pronunciation is
It's the
different.
rough.
Was it spelled differently or was it just
No,
pronounced
R O
differently?
O F. Yeah. It's the same thing with
Okay.
what?
ROO off.
ROO off.
That's how you pronounce F. Is
Roth.
off. Off.
Ralph. Um Also, robot is not pronounced robot. It is spelled robot, and the rest of the world pronounces robot as robot. But in Western Pennsylvania, everyone says robot.
I was not expecting that.
It's a robot. No, that's not what that is.
So, like, when you left, then you had to start pronouncing things differently?
So here's the thing. My parents are not from Western Pennsylvania. My dad's from Youngstown. My mom is from Salt Lake City. So they were kind of transplants into the Western Pennsylvania territory. And all my friends growing up just and my teachers, when my teachers would pronounce words in a certain way, and
You
I
just
feel
didn't
like
understand them.
yeah, and like mom and dad didn't pronounce things that way. And so I would talk how my parents spoke. I mean, like
So
they were
then
all
did you get made fun of by the other kids because you spoke differently from them?
not because I spoke differently. No, no, no,
For
no, no,
other
no. No,
reasons?
very different reasons. Very, very different
Fair.
reasons. No, no,
I've
no, no, no.
I've had people make fun of me because of the way that I
Like speech
speak.
patterns and stuff.
Yeah, well, like because similarly, like I grew up in Australia, but my parents were American, so I did have some like
I guess I
differences
never
in.
realized that your parents were American. Well, I
Oh.
know, like, well, because your mom is from the Bay Area, right?
No, she's from Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Never heard of it.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a very small town. I went to Gary, Indiana as a child. It was one of the places that she took us to, me and my siblings, on one of our 3 trips to the US. And so I did get to see how small it is.
It's probably
It's not the kind of place that you normally take someone on vacation.
it's probably bigger than my hometown. Hold
Okay.
on. I gotta look
Oh,
it up.
you
I
gotta
gotta
look
look
up
up
the
the population. Yeah. Gary, Indiana population. Ooh, okay, take a guess. I mean, you've actually been there. So what do you think the general, if you get in like the general ballpark, I'll give it to you.
I don't know. Can you at least tell me if it's like I want to say like maybe
Okay, so for frame of reference, Erie, Pennsylvania,
Hmm,
which is not where I'm from, but
hmm.
that was like the bigger city, the biggest like city-ish place that was close to where I grew up. Erie was 30,000 people.
Okay, and it's bigger
Pitts
than where you grew up.
Yeah, Pittsburgh I think is like 1 million people.
Yeah, I was my rough estimate. I wanted to say maybe 10,000 ish.
Okay. Gary, Indiana has a population of 69,000.
Ooh, it's it's bigger. I maybe I just went to the outskirts. Like
Quite
I
possibly.
all I really remember about it is like I'm pretty sure my mom showed me like the school that she went to when she was a child.
Yeah, so my hometown of Oil City, Pennsylvania is 6,000 people.
Wow, that's tiny.
It was really small. It was really small.
And
But
that's
we
why
had
you had to get out. 'Cause you
right?
wanted to be around more people.
Like in my hometown, everyone who graduated high school did one of 3 things. Obviously, like it wasn't limited to these 3 things, but you either went to college at Clarion University, which was a 45-minute drive. So it meant you got to live at home and
Mhm.
you went to college at Clarion, which was really close. And Clarion was kind of regarded as like, well, you can't get into a better school, so you might as well just go to school in Clarion. That was the attitude.
Wow.
You went to uh, Pitt, the University of Pittsburgh, just known as Pitt, um, which was kind of like a very respectable school, but it was like the big school in Pittsburgh. Or you went to Penn State. Penn State was like if you got into Penn State, that's it. Like you have arrived. You have made it in life. Like Penn State in my hometown was the equivalent of Harvard University. Like
That's fair.
if
I
you
can
got
see
into
that.
Oxford, if you got into Harvard, no way, man. I got into Penn State, man. I don't need a Harvard, I don't need Stanford. No. So that was yeah, you have made it in life if you got into Penn State. Um but yeah, I had to get out of Western PA. Not that Penn State is in Western. I guess they have Penn State Barron, which is in Erie, but like I couldn't do what everybody else in my high school did. So I moved to Philly. Um I wanted to move to Chicago actually. Uh but the program, because I went for cooking, the program that they had in Chicago just wasn't where I wanted it to be. So I ended up going to Philly. It changed my life for the best. Everything good that has come from my life, not everything, but the vast majority, is because I moved to Philadelphia.
I get the impression from what I know about Pennsylvania, they're very distinct. Like uh, Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia, very distinctly different.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
I've only been to Philadelphia.
You've been to the better city, the better of the two.
Yes, and with good reason. That's where the Liberty Bell is, right?
Right? I used to live
Um,
like 7 blocks from the Liberty Bell. It was cool.
that's really close.
Yeah, really close. Yeah.
I went primarily because I was meeting up with some internet friends who lived nearby. Um, and additionally, went to meet up with my then long distance boyfriend because it was like just after 9/11. Not
Oh.
not like the anniversary of 9/11, not that year.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
gotcha,
too
gotcha.
young then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But because he had lived in New York during 9/11, and so he was one of the things that he did was visit New York for the anniversary. So he didn't want to see me on that day. So we met up in Philly. I think it was the day after that, um, and then we traveled back down to DC.
Ooh, woo. DC's a fun town. There's a lot of really cool stuff to do in DC.
But yes, I went to the Libertyville while I was there. Tried the Philly cheese steaks.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. What Philly cheesesteak did you have? Because they're all very different.
the basic one, probably. I don't even remember. This was back in 2011,
Okay, when
so
I
it was 10
say
years ago. Look, I can't
when I say
remember.
what
Like,
kind of cheesesteak did you have? Where did you go? Because it
I
matters
think it was
where
in
you go.
the market. You know, the big market they have,
Reading Terminal Market. Okay.
probably.
So the two big cheesesteak places that are like rival, it's like the Coke and Pepsi of cheesesteaks. There's Pat's and then there's Geno's, and they exist across the street from each other. And I'm not going to say the completely half of the city of Philadelphia, but like the majority of is split. Like you're either Pat's person or you're a Geno's person. But then there's also Tony Luke's. Tony Luke's was introduced to me, and Tony Luke's is great. The thing that I don't like about Tony Luke's is that they toast their bread, and I kind of feel like a cheesesteak should be on like
Fresh,
untoasted bread. Yeah, nice fresh bread.
fresh bread.
Which my personal favorite, and I know that if anyone who feels very strongly about their Philly cheesesteaks might consider this to be heresy, but my favorite cheesesteak in the city of Philadelphia, street meat. Street meat. Go to a little cart off to the
Mm.
side of the road in the middle, like downtown Philadelphia in Center City, and just walk up to a little cart, and they make it fresh for you right there on the side of the road. Those are just mwah, so good. Get a little ketchup on there. Get some sautéed mushrooms in there. Delish. So good. I
I'm
want one
having
right
a
now.
tricky time with this. I think because it's not completely straight.
So what is the piece that you're building right now?
This is for the water tower on top.
Of course there's a water tower. Of course there is. Because every building in New York has a water tower.
You need to have the water towers in case of an emergency and you need to put fires out, right? Isn't that why they have them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. They're hooked directly into the fire sprinkler systems. That's the
See,
whole
I know
that's the whole
stuff.
point.
I'm not just a pretty face
It's
building Lego.
I understand that like it's unfinished and you're still building it, but the way it currently looks, it looks like a cell phone tower.
This thing, yeah, it
Yeah,
does
it looks
kind
like a
of.
cell phone
Could be
tower.
an antenna, but it's not going to look like that. Eventually, it will look different.
So what's been the favorite city that you've ever lived in?
I
How many
mean,
cities have you lived in?
it's not a lot. So I'm from Perth, in Western Australia. I've lived in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and now I live in Oakland, California. So like that's
Okay.
those are
All right. So let me
my
revise the
options.
question. Of all the cities that you've been to on planet Earth,
Okay.
what's your favorite?
Well, it depends on what I'm doing, right? Like to do what?
Oh man. Um just to have fun. I know it's kind of a nebulous qualifier, but like I don't know, just to
Why
have
would I
fun.
have
Like what do you just because and
that?
again,
I
like
don't know.
every city
I,
has its own flavor. There's different things to do, but like if you were going to go on vacation next month for the entire month, what city would you go to?
okay, so it needs to be somewhere that I'm not currently living.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take that off the playing table. Off the playing board.
I have been itching to get back to Malaysia, just to like reconnect with people, because it's been so long.
Yeah.
Um, and I have been reconnecting with some folks like over Facebook and Instagram. And that's been great, and that makes me want to go back even more.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're still in a pandemic, and I assume that borders are still closed. Although
I don't know about
they
Malaysia.
they are more highly vaccinated than we are in the US. Even in
This is true.
California, they are
This
more
is true.
vaccinated.
This is
So
true.
maybe they'll open the borders at some point. We'll still have to wait and see.
Or the other side of the coin is that maybe they won't open the borders because the United States is
Ours.
we're so
Mm,
terrible.
we're
We're so
behind.
terrible to each other.
We are. I don't know if I
I
pushed
mean, if
down enough.
anything, I mean, even just to so yesterday, here's a true story that happened to me at work on the airplane yesterday.
The unnamed airline.
The unnamed airline that I work for. So there was a guy, so I was working as the lead or purser position, as is commonly referred to as. So I'm working the purser. I'm kind of like the flight attendant in charge kind of thing, right? And part of my job is that, I serve the customers in first class, and when I'm finished serving the first class people, then I go back to economy and help out those flight attendants kind of pick up, oh, you've done a little bit here, well, hey, let me help you guys out and we'll finish the job together, right? So I'm going through the cabin and I'm picking up garbage, and there's a guy the second to last row of the airplane, and he's sitting there with his mask off, and he's just kind of nursing his drink. And in my announcements, I make this announcement because I say it multiple times every single day. I say, I'll just repeat it for you verbatim. Ladies and gentlemen, flight attendants are about to come out into the aisle with a complimentary beverage service, but we do request that while enjoying beverages and snacks on today's flight, that you keep your nose and mouth covered at all time. That you keep your nose and mouth covered in between sips and nibbles. Nursing one's drink or casually snacking are not considered to be actively eating or drinking, and therefore we do require all passengers, regardless of vaccination status, to keep their nose and mouth covered in between sips and nibbles. That being said, we really hope that you enjoy the service on today's flight.
Just give me a second because my kid is calling me, so I'm just gonna mute myself.
You go right ahead. So in this whole thing, and Dominique, I hope it's okay that I'm still talking while your kid is talking as well. Great. While all of this is happening, or rather after all this has happened, I'm walking through the aisle, I'm picking up trash, and I go to this guy, and he's just sitting there. He's just nursing his drink, and his mask is off. And I say, hey, man, just a quick reminder, just keep your nose and mouth covered in between sips of your drink. And he just like, do you mean to tell me that I have to wear my mask in between sips of my drink? And I said, yeah, yes, sir. That is correct. That is company policy. That is what I'm here to help people comply with. And he was so put out. He complied. He did it. But he was pissed. So after the flight, as everybody's leaving, and I'm like, goodbye. Hey, thanks so much for flying. Hey, we'll see you next time. Hey, have a great night. Hey, thanks so much. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye. He comes out, and I'm like, hey, man, have a great night. Take care. And he goes, like, he doesn't even make eye contact with me. He just pretends that I don't even exist. He walks by, and after he gets off the plane, he does this. Like, right at me. Hey, man, have a great night. What? And then I'm like, did you just flip me off? And then he just like continued to walk up the jetway. And I'm like, dude, like, it is so comical to me. That is not going to, like, he did not successfully piss my Cheerios. He, like, oh man, it's so funny to me that people get so upset over this. You agreed to this.
That's what you are supposed to do when you're flying. That's the rules.
That's the rules. Like, it's a federal law. I get that some of you don't agree with it. Some of you don't like that this is a law. Some of you don't like being told how to live your lives. I get it. You don't like it. But you agreed to this. You checked off that like 2 different boxes saying that you are okay with wearing your mask throughout the entire flight, and the only time you take it off is when you take a bite and then you put it back on. That's what you agreed to. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. You just have to do it because that's what you agreed to. That's a great looking water tower.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Get it on the camera. It's got some graffitis.
Get out of here. Is that Miles Morales?
That is, I think so. And then that's Green Goblins.
I can't see the Green Goblin one.
There we go. That side.
Uh,
It's to the light. You see it?
I can see a little green splotch, but I can't
the other?
actually see what's.
Is that better?
I see a green splotch. There's too much reflection going
Yeah.
on.
It's the ring light. While you were saying that,
Ooh.
I flipped over to my Facebook because I wanted to see where's this other person who's supposed to be here, and they'd messaged me, uh,
Like an
like
hour ago?
20 minutes ago, and
Eh.
expecting that we were. Oh no, originally 30 minutes ago. Uh, no, wait,
Are they still here?
50 minutes ago. No, well, we'll see. I said, see, they said, just, you're probably done. And I'm like, nope, join. So we'll see. Um, maybe I'll just say, we'll be a while longer.
Okay.
We'll, we'll be at least another hour.
Well, probably. I mean, I should probably leave around 1, which is in like 40 minutes from now.
All right. Well,
Cause I gotta go to
let,
sleep.
fingers crossed I get done in that much time. This part is almost done, and then I can open the last bag. But if you have to leave before I finish, I'll just finish without you. Are you, just out of curiosity? Oh, sorry. that's, that's what happens when we get chatting too much.
That's true.
And
That's
I
fair.
don't build
That's
as
fair.
fast as I could be. Just out of curiosity, do you have the video up somewhere that you're watching? I'm just wondering, are you the one viewer who's watching right now?
I don't. I just am watching the like this. I'm watching you, me, and the Lego
Hmm.
um
But
video.
you're watching it in Restream and not somewhere else, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we still
Yes.
have one viewer, I guess.
Yay,
Um,
viewer.
just no comments. That's fine. Because sometimes people just want to watch and they don't want to
That's right.
chat, and
Just need
that's
a little
fine. But
background noise.
just FYI, if you're listening and would like to chat with us, we're fine with comments, and I can bring them up as well.
We
But
encourage them.
no pressure. That's totally fine.
Oh, it's here's the really crazy thing about Lego is that you have all of these random pieces and you start putting them together and you start building like the internal structure of whatever this thing is supposed to be, and it looks like, what, how is this going to turn out? And then slowly it starts to shape,
Comes
and
together.
then yeah, it all comes together and you're like, this is so cool, this looks amazing. And so I'm just looking at that stupid water tower that you just built, and I'm just like blown away at like the level of detail and meticulous attention that somebody somewhere sat in a room and was charged with, hey, here's a whole bunch of different shaped bricks, make the Spider-Man Daily Bugle Tower, and like put in a million different details, and they have, and this looks so good. I love it.
Yep, it is very cool. I love all the intricate things that you can do with Lego. And I'm finding that clearly I have an addiction because I'm buying lots of Lego because I can afford to now.
Yeah.
Because I have a job.
Here, this would be an interesting thing to do. What if you bought, like, maybe not as intricate of a set as the Daily Bugle, but like maybe like a small vehicle, like a motorcycle or a car or something like that. What if you tried to build it
Without
without the
instructions?
book? Yeah.
No
Like, because
way.
they still come in the packages of like, this is
Yeah,
part
but
1, this is part 2, this is part 3. What if you just try to
yeah.
figure it
I
out?
don't know. I
I mean,
don't know
do
that I can
something
do
like
that.
really small, really simple. That would be a really
But
interesting experiment.
what happens if you get it wrong and then you have to undo the whole thing after you've opened all the things, right? All the packets. And then when you have to put it back together, then you have all the packages open and it's not as
Well,
easily
I mean,
separated
that's
out.
why I say like do a really small thing,
Fair.
so that when
Yeah.
you undo all the pieces, you just align them all and say like all of the 3 brick, I don't know what the terminal, like the 3 bumps or whatever, like the interlocking pieces, like this strip is 3 bumps, this strip is 5 bumps, this strip is 6 bumps, or it's like this is a 2 by 4 brick, or this is a a 3x2 brick or whatever. Just
Mhm.
like organize all of them and then just go through the book and just to do it correctly if you want. But that would be an interesting experiment. Like you look at the box and say, this is what it's supposed to look like. And here
May
are all the pieces.
Okay, maybe I'll do that with one of, like, the tiny free sets that I've gotten, like, I've got, like, a little car kind of thing that I got for free. Maybe I can try it with that.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be hard, but that'd
It's
be
a
really
tiny
fun.
car.
That'd be really fun
I'll
though.
do it I'll do it, at a time that I have you as a guest so that you can make fun of me for how badly I
Oh,
do
I
at
totally will. Oh, I totally
it.
will. Because you just gave me permission. You know, the only person that has not given me permission to make fun of them, but I do anyway, is my mother.
Well, she's your mother.
She's my mom.
That's
I
reasonable.
just, my brother and
That's
I just
expected.
relentlessly pick on my mom. And like, she doesn't take it poorly. Like, she totally takes it in good stride and she totally has fun with it. And she just kind of laughs it off and like, oh, you too. It's fun. It's our love language.
Aw. Yeah, my kids make fun of me too, but I celebrate it when they do. So I have no qualms about that. I
How do
mean,
you
I make
celebrate it?
I just laugh. It's funny. My kids are hilarious.
That's what my mom does. It's the radio tower.
I feel like it's too tall to show in the camera machine as well.
No, yeah.
Oh wait, this is so
But
tall.
wait, there's more. It's not
a
tall enough.
tall. It's not tall enough. So we need pointing this way.
Okay,
We
so here's
need
a question.
a
The
second
roof,
hour.
the roof that the water tower is sitting on, are there walls that go off to the side, like on the side of that make it stand up?
On this?
Yeah. So what is
What do you
that
mean?
going to sit on top of?
Oh, it's on the roof of the whole thing.
Oh, so the walls have already been built. So
Yes.
that's just going to sit on top of the walls. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Wow, I got more. Another like antenna. Was that satellite?
This thing
What are they
has got-
called?
I don't know. That thing has got to be so heavy.
I'm gonna have to lift it from. So I'm downstairs in my games room right now, like at my pool table, and I'm gonna have to lift the whole thing up, carry it up the stairs to my bedroom. I'm planning on putting it in my room next to all my other Marvel Lego. I
Yeah.
have a shelf just for Marvel Lego.
It's great.
And I've decided, I just got like a fold-out table that I'm have set up in my room now, and I'm going to be doing my Lego streams from there instead.
Oh,
So I'll have this in the background, fingers crossed, of my upcoming the ones that I do in the future.
that makes a lot of sense. What are you going to do if you're carrying this up the stairs
And it falls.
and you trip
Do not even
and
suggest
it
such a thing.
smashes into a billion little pieces?
No,
What are
no.
you going to do?
I would panic.
Would you try and fix it?
Well,
Or-
of course, but I mean,
or-
it depends on how broken or like what kind of brokenness it is, I suppose, because if like pieces are actually smashed apart, then what can you do? Like, well, I guess I could message.
I mean, you're
Lego and say,
probably
"Hey,
not
can
going to
you
break a
replace
Lego
it
piece
for me?"
itself. But like,
Well,
if,
one of my kids dropped one of my minifigures, and the hand broke in half. So
that seems
it's
like an easy
possible.
fix, though. But like a
No,
brick,
no. It
Huh?
snapped. Like the hand,
yeah,
this part of the hand snapped off.
yeah.
Like,
But like,
you can't just
glue
super
it.
glue that. You can't super glue it back on. It's too small. It's like, and then if you did, there'd still be like a bit of glue there, so you couldn't like stick something in their hand. Am I being too
A lighter,
something?
a lighter. heat each edge of the plastic and then push it together so it melts back together.
Who knows? Maybe I need to get you to come visit and fix it for me.
Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to give you all the
All
ideas.
the ideas. I don't know how to do that. This is so tall you can see it
I
in my,
know.
in my video screen.
Well, nobody ever said that this was going to be a small project.
Aha. Okay. I did get a reply from the other guest. So if you are not able to stay for the whole rest of the thing, hopefully they can.
So you have not told me who this other mystery guest
Because it's
is.
someone that you know, and so
Oh, it
I
is
want
somebody
you to
that I
be
know.
surprised.
Do they know that I'm here?
Yes.
Oh man, so this is a one-way surprise.
It is a one-way surprise.
Can we play 20 questions as to who this person is?
Before they show up.
Yeah.
We'll
Or
see.
are you just straight up like, no?
Well, you can ask me some questions and we'll see how I answer whether or
Okay.
not I'm.
Is this a person in the improv world?
Do we know any other the same kinds of people?
If Seth Rogen somehow found his way into this live
Celebrity.
stream, I'm just saying, who knows?
Yeah, because I know someone that famous.
I don't know. Maybe you do. You're an international woman of mystery. Who knows? Okay. So it's a fellow improviser. Is this an improviser that, how do I want to phrase this? Is this an improviser that is in our group chat?
The one that we have going specifically for this?
Yes.
No. Because there's only, oh no, there's two people in there. But one who's never shown up and the other one who said that they were unavailable tonight.
Oh, yeah, I guess they did. Well, I don't know. Sometimes maybe people's schedules can change. I don't know. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay.
It'll be
So,
someone that's completely unexpected. I'm not expecting you to guess.
so somebody unexpected, huh? All right. All right. Well, looking forward to it. Is this an improviser that has been to Camp Improv Utopia?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Huh. Okay, well.
Oh, were you expecting it to be Geraldine or something?
I thought it might have been Geraldine, yeah.
I think I have a feeling she might have been unavailable tonight. I feel like, because I was chatting to her earlier this week, and I feel like she might have mentioned being unavailable. What are you doing?
When is Mr. or Ms. Improviser special guest going to be joining? Have they given any
They said
hints or
be
clues?
there in a few, and what time was that they sent that message? That was 10 minutes ago. So
Well, that could
hopefully
be.
that means any minute.
The time is imminent.
We will see.
Your eminence is imminent.
I've learned to not really make specific plans with this person. And that's the main reason why I haven't said anything, in case they don't end up actually showing.
Fair. Wait, my former roommate is going to be on this?
Do I know your former roommate?
No, I don't think you do.
That would be funny though. It's surprise.
Okay, so
reunion show.
in that regard, one of my new jobs that I have is I work as a casting director for a production company in Brooklyn, and the director's like a filmmaker, obviously in Brooklyn, and blah blah blah, whatever. So we recently, All right. I can't tell you what company we got hired to make videos for, but let's just say it's a major company that you've probably heard of.
Fair enough.
So we got hired to do a series of videos for this company, and now my job as the casting director is to, like, I go through all the scripts, and I kind of look at all my friends, like improv friends that I know, and I'm like, oh, who would be good to cast in this, who would be good to cast that, and it pays like legit actor money, and I'm like, wow, like this is a legit. And when you have like a big brand company that has like money behind them that can actually fund something like this,
Hmm.
you're like, wow, like you can actually do some really cool stuff. And especially with improvisers, because you know how flaky improvisers are. Like it's hard to get improvisers to commit to anything. But when you
Yep.
put money behind it and you're like, hey, here's actual money. Not like, and I'm not talking like $10 or $15 money. I'm talking like actual, like, hey, this could help you pay rent kind of money.
Yep. Yep.
Like that's what gets attention. So um now, like, even though we're throwing like big money at people and being like, hey, you don't even have any lines, you literally just have to show up and sit in a chair, you have to eat half of a sandwich and then throw it away, that's what you have to do. And a lot of people have gotten back to me because we're going to be filming next week. A lot of people have gotten back to me and be like, yeah, this sounds great. And I'm like, yeah, but what's your availability? And they're like, no, well, yeah, it sounds great, I want to be a part of it. Tell me your availability.
Oh man.
Respond to my text messages,
Oh
please.
man.
And I'm just like, guys, I get it. We're improvisers and we're flaky, but you got to get over it because clock's ticking. And if you don't get back to me soon, we're going to have to move on without you, which is going to be harder for me and it's going to suck for you
Because then you don't get paid.
because you don't get paid and you don't get another project under your belt. Oh, so it's frustrating. Like, guys.
All right. Oh, what? Flip it around so you can actually see what's
Ta-da!
happening
Look,
there.
she's floating in midair. How
Wow,
does that happen?
it's just like Green Goblin with the transparent stick.
No, there's no transparent stick.
That's what
She's
she said.
oh, deep cut,
Call back.
deep cut. Transparent stick.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I mean, it's a good one. It's a good one. Oh, can I go back to talking about my wedding for a moment?
Yes, please do.
So the night before the wedding, like I did not want a bachelor party. I'm not that kind of person. I don't want a bachelor party. I don't want like I wanted some kind of like pomp and circumstance or like something, but like I didn't want. Oh, look at that!
I can't even see it.
Look at that! Oh, holy cow! That's so tall.
Wait, so it's not in the. There we go. Is that okay? Can you see it?
Yes, that's so cool. And it just snaps into place.
Hopefully. Some parts snapped and the other parts not so much yet. The front of the building is going to fall off.
Oh, that's the fear.
Maybe this is where I rotate. Keep talking about your wedding.
Oh no, I'm like I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, oh, how is this gonna like snap into place? Oh, so cool.
Is it clicked?
It doesn't
Just this one, Paul.
sound.
This side did. No, I think that's yeah.
It's clicked in.
I think it's clicked in.
Oh man,
There you go. How tall?
oh, that is so cool.
Okay, so now I can show the back.
It is enormous.
And it's still not done, right? I have to do the Daily Bugle sign.
That thing is so tall.
how,
I
how
love
much
that.
more can I?
Oh, I love that.
I think I need to tip my. There we go. That works.
Woo. Oh man, so cool. Okay, so getting back to like
Yes.
the night before the wedding, right? So we have the rehearsal dinner at a restaurant that's like really close to my apartment, and half of the people that were at the rehearsal dinner just kind of pieced out, my groom's party. Everyone who was in my groom's party kind of pieced out from the rehearsal dinner a little earlier, and I was like, no, that's totally fine. Like, um, half of you are staying out in Queens. The other half just kind of wants to get like an early jump on the morning anyway. And the people that were cat sitting for us while we were in Mexico, um, and they came for the wedding and everything as well. They were at the rehearsal dinner as well, so they kind of left and whatever. And I was like, oh, I guess everybody left. Oh, that's fine, no problem. It's all good. So I come home from the rehearsal dinner and I opened the door and the chain was on the door, and everybody from my groom's party was inside of my apartment unbeknownst to me. And there's this whole like running around like, oh, Mike's here, get oh, we're not ready, and I'm like, what is happening?
So did you have a surprise bachelor party?
I had a surprise bachelor party thrown for me.
Okay, so bachelor parties, they're not for the groom. They're for the groom's friend, right? Like that's what I feel like is the case.
This one was definitely for me.
Okay.
But
So
if
it was a good one then?
if I'll tell you all about it. So there's the traditional bachelor party, which I am not into. Which the traditional bachelor party is, you go to strip club and everybody gets lap dances, right?
Mhm.
You get boobies in your face. That's not. That's not for. I'm not. That's not. That's not me. I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't want. Like, I'm literally about to get married tomorrow. Why would I want somebody else's tits in my face? That
Right.
is not. That's not fun for me. Like, no.
Not
So
your style.
it's not my thing. So I I get home, the latch is on the door. Everyone's like, "Oh, we're not ready. We're not ready." So eventually, and I have a video. I'm not going to show the video because there's explicit content.
Fair.
But I'll describe it. I'll describe it for you. So they finally they push me on the hallway and they're like, "Mike, you can't come in just yet." And I'm like, "Okay." Couple minutes goes by. And so I take out my phone, I start filming this whole thing. I'm like, what's happening? So eventually they open the door and they start playing this music, which is like, I love boobies. I love boobies. And everybody, and it's a mix of men and women who are in my groom's party. And they have these boob shaped balloons that they have blown up, and they're just like the size of like actual breasts. And like, how like each balloon has like that little nipple on the end.
Yeah.
Well, it's like two nipples on each side, so it's like everybody has these booby
Oh my
balloons,
god.
and they're all dancing around, men and women, in my apartment, like just dancing around with these booby balloons. And they sit me down, and what'd you drop?
It was Spider-Man. I was trying to
Oh, okay.
put his webs like slinging so he could swing to
Oh,
go after Green Goblin. But
So,
click onto that.
my YouTube channel is called Gotta Love Them Movies, right?
Mhm.
And I go live every Wednesday and I talk about movies and all things movie news and all that stuff. So, the people who were staying in my house over the wedding and over the honeymoon, who were cat sitting for us, they came up with a game show called Gotta Love Them Boobies.
Oh my gosh.
And they even made pencils. Look at this. Got to love them boobies.
Oh my god.
And it was a movie themed, name those famous pair of boobies, uh
Oh my
like
god.
thing, right? And so they went through like probably 50 or 60 different movies, and every question was like boob themed, but like boobs in movies kind of thing. So like they would play, there were different sections. So section 1 was, we're going to play audio clips, and you have to tell us, and maybe like the quote from the movies is something like, um uh What knockers? Why, thank you, doctor. What movie is that from? And that's from Young Frankenstein with Gene Wilder and Terry Garr. What knockers? Why, thank you, doctor. So you listen to the audio clip and then you have to write down on a piece of paper what movie that is.
Oh, so
And
it's like a quiz, and then
yeah,
whoever gets the most right wins at the end.
wins the prize. Yeah.
Mm.
So stage one was like listen to the movie quote that uses like some kind of boob thing or like in it. And the second round, I guess, was watch the video clip of somebody making a reference to boobs. And one of my favorites was Danny McBride. Danny McBride has like two like handheld button things, and he goes big ass titties, and he like and then there's this huge explosion, and you're like, what? It was from the movie Tropic Thunder. So you had to like guess, what movie is that from? Oh, it's from Tropic Thunder. And then round 3, they had 21 pictures of bare-breasted women in the movies. Now, mind you, this was a woman who put this whole
Oh my
thing
goodness.
together.
Oh my
She
goodness.
curated this whole thing, and her whole criteria was like, at some point I kind of had to call out and be like, this is really fun, but also like, can we acknowledge how like the like sexism in movies or whatever? And she's like, true, but she specifically went through all these movies and found certain clips of women, yes, who were showing their breasts in films, but who were happy and did it because they wanted to do this, not because it was. I mean, it's always going to be objectifying, but there was like that. There wasn't a negative connotation to it, So like Elizabeth Berkley in Striptease, yeah, maybe we'll steer clear of that one. But what was there were so many boobs that we looked at. It was so fun.
Can
It
I
was so
interrupt you for a
silly.
second to have your input on Dr. Octopus's face?
Yes, please.
Okay, so he's got smile,
Is he wearing a mask?
but he wears goggles
Oh yeah.
or a frown.
It looks like a mask.
I think they're meant to be goggles. Can you see better if I point at this one?
Put it tilted. Oh yeah, there you go. Get it a little bit closer. I like
In the
that one.
face.
Yep.
That one?
Yep. Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to say I can't find his pants. That's what she said. I've been waiting for that because I didn't want to interrupt you in your story.
Because I'm talking about
As in,
boobies.
I legit can't find his pants. Oh, there they are.
But yeah, so that was my bachelor party. And then at the very end, I won like it was like a badge, like a police officer's badge that has like a pair of breasts on the badge,
Oh
and
my
it says
god.
like official boob inspector or something like that. It was like really silly, but it was fun. That was my makeshift stag party.
Oh my goodness. I do not feel like making all of his arms right now.
Oh,
There
that
is
looks
just so many small
so
pieces. Can I
cool.
save that for the end?
That looks so cool. Yeah. Yeah. Come back to that.
I will bookmark that page and come back to it because I don't feel like doing all. Because there's just so many little pieces, and I'd rather have them when they're just easier to get to.
Fair.
And I would do the sign on the roof first. Where's my other?
Is this
gas?
the last, like the pieces that you have displayed right now? Is that the last
Yes.
of the whole
this
thing?
is this is the remaining pieces for the whole thing. So, I'm probably not going to finish before 1 a.m. your time. But
If you're gonna finish by 1:30, I could probably stick it out. If
fingers crossed I finish by then.
okay, because that's gonna be so cool. Now, this part that you're building right now, where does this go?
This is also going to go on the roof, but this is just like a big sign that says Daily Bugle. Like that's
Oh,
basically all I
gotcha.
have
Okay.
left.
Okay. Wow. That's so fun.
And I think, I mean, these pieces are going. I might have to stand. I might have to turn this other one off
Wow.
and stand for the remaining parts.
My apologies for yawning so much. It's 1:00 in the morning, basically.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you stay up late to
Right.
watch me build Lego.
So last night I stayed the night in New Orleans, and I was an idiot, and I started going down this rabbit hole of like various YouTube videos, and then I started watching these documentary. You know the documentary on Netflix called "The Movies That Made Us"? It's a documentary series where each episode's like 45 minutes, and they kind of take a different movie, like from specifically 80s pop culture, and they do like a 45-minute documentary about how the movie got made and like behind the scenes drama that went on that happened during set. And they're fascinating. In the way that they're done, it's not just fascinating, but they're fun. They're like fun, like bite-sized documentaries about like your favorite movies. So I went down
That's
the
what you've
rabbit
been
hole of
watching.
watching. Say what?
So that's what you've been watching.
Oh, man. I
And
stayed
staying
up
up too
until
late to do.
4:00 in the morning,
That's
which
late.
in New Orleans was
Never
5:00 in
slept.
the morning, East Coast time.
Yes.
Yeah, so I stayed up basically until 5:00 in the morning just watching like these documentary things. And then I went down the rabbit hole because Seinfeld is now on Netflix. I was like, oh, I really want to watch some Seinfeld, but I gotta go to sleep. Okay, one episode. And then one episode turned into 3 episodes.
And then you lose at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a great show. The movies that made us. I really like it. And everybody's been asking me about Squid Game. And I have not watched Squid Game
I
yet.
have not watched it yet either. The Netflix series Another Life season 2 dropped yesterday, so I watched one episode last night and 2 episodes just before this.
I've not even heard of it.
It has I know her name, right? But then anytime I have a time that I have to remember it to say it, I can't remember it. It has the actor who plays Kara Thrace from Battlestar Galactica in it.
I watched the first 2 seasons
So you
of
don't know.
Battlestar, and then I got it and started season 3, and season 3 takes a weird left-hand turn, and I was like, I'm out. So I don't remember, and it was so long ago, I don't remember the characters' names.
Here's our guest.
Our guest is here.
Let me put them on.
And I'm my complete mess. Mike Brown. My house is a complete mess. My hair is a complete mess. But Mike, my love for you is not a mess at all.
Our Kevin.
How you doing? Congratulations on the marriage.
Buddy. Thank you.
And look at all of these amazing large-headed figures behind you. As opposed to
and I also have a lot of toys too.
Yes.
My ego is.
Wait, there was a room for another. That's what she said joke. Like you missed it. You missed it.
We've been making that's what she said jokes all night.
I am afraid I am just passing through, but I did want to put in an appearance because I said I would like an hour and a half ago. So I apologize. Just my therapy session got away from me.
I told Mike that one of the reasons I didn't specify who was going to come is because I wasn't sure that you actually would.
That's always a good bet. It's always safe to assume that that won't quite happen here. What are you building tonight?
I've been building the Daily Bugle Lego set from Spider-Man. And now, Kevin, you are also a comic book fan, or at least you used to be.
You used to be. You're not anymore.
Well,
You
like,
got out of the
he
game.
doesn't have time to read or like watch anything.
He's a busy man.
But
Yes,
you know,
I'm familiar with the Daily Bugle. What's that?
but you I'm just curious if you know some of the characters that I could not identify.
Oh. They're all J. Jonah Jameson in different costumes, but who are you not able to identify?
Now I have to move my camera to see
Firestar?
if you can see.
Is
Yeah,
that-
Firestar is the one that I added.
Yeah, we had to look up Firestar.
Where is it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Firestar was from like Spidey and his Amazing Friends or something.
Look,
Right?
Yeah, he knows.
He knew it.
He knows.
Yeah,
See?
because I'm old. That was that was an '80s cartoon series, and I mean,
See?
age has its privileges sometimes.
It sure does.
That is one of those privileges. Yeah.
Is there
I
a
googled
Frozen?
it earlier to find out. So that's
Is
where
there a Frozen person also? So I feel like she had a partner that was like more ice themed, but I could be wrong.
If there is, they are not in this set.
Yeah, they were lame. They deserve not to be included in
Angelica
anything
Jones.
ever.
Who?
Angelica. Well, Firestar's
Oh, that's
name.
the
Angelica
Angelica.
Jones. Yeah.
I thought you just randomly said Jessica Jones. I'm like, she's not in this set. Wait,
Jessica Jones. Bruce Wayne.
Well, you know, you were talking about the Batman. Well, one of your viewers was talking about Batman sets that were coming out.
On my show on Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah.
If Marvel buys DC,
Which they
Can you
probably
imagine?
could.
do all the DC characters become Marvel characters, or do they remain in separate universes?
Oh, they would have to remain in separate universes. They would have to.
I feel like there have been like some crossover things though,
Yeah.
right? Haven't there been some crossover
Yeah,
stuff?
there've been quite a few. And by
And
quite a
amalgams.
few, I mean you can count them on one hand. But like, yeah.
And then the whole amalgam universe thing, where they had the characters that were half one and half the other.
Oh, cool. That I
That
didn't
was
know.
craziness. But anyhow, I am so sorry to just pop in, make a DC Marvel reference, and run. But pleasure seeing both of you here. Let's find a time that I can pop in and
Actually,
stay longer. That
longer.
is not a butt against any time with my therapist here. Enjoy blowing your bugle, and we will.
That's what she said.
I was setting you up for that, man. I was trying to.
It was intentional.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to
See,
do it
it
with
doesn't
a
work as
therapist
well if it's
reference.
intentional. Although I
Kevin,
did do that.
so good to see you, man. We
Good to
haven't
see you, my
chit-chatted
brown.
in a long, long time.
Yeah. Gosh, this hopefully once this pandemic is all over, we'll be able to host you guys out here again. So
Yes,
that will
please.
be high up on our list of things that we hope to do for the festival when it's finally able to get started again.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
you know, I was thinking about that. I hope as you're leaving. Yeah, like this would be around the time of year that folks would be recovering from improv again.
Wow,
Usually.
yeah.
Certainly, I would be recovering. Anyhow, but you never really recover from it. Have a great night. We'll see you both later.
Bye,
All right,
buddy.
thanks.
Oh, how
See, that was a
wonderful it is.
surprise.
I haven't talked to our Kevin in such a long time. What an absolute sweetheart.
See, I did my best to surprise you, and I think I succeeded.
What a that was great. That was lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, that actually reminds me, there's another improviser that I've been talking to quite regularly over the past 2+ years, maybe a little bit more than that. Improviser from Hawaii who suffered 3 strokes over the course of a few different years. And I'm not talking about Garrick.
There's another one.
Yeah. His name is Chris Reel. And Chris is a great guy. Chris is hysterically funny. His first 2 strokes were very mild, but his third stroke was quite severe. And he, over the past few years, has had to relearn how to walk, how to speak, and he's also suffered a great deal of memory loss. And somehow I don't know how he reached out or just started trying to connect with me, but he did. I would say maybe about 4 years ago, he just started connecting with me and asking me questions about who he used to be. And I'm like, how did I get chosen for this task? But, over the years, I've kind of had to remind him, that he was an improviser, and, memories have come back to him. And he's, oh man, you've got the DA going on there. That looks great. But yeah, he desperate. Well, first of all, I need to call him back because he's been trying to get in contact with me since the wedding. So I need to call him back.
He wasn't the one that he tried to call you.
Correct. Yeah, I know, right?
Because that would be awkward. Call back. Now you're actually naming and shaming.
A literal callback. Yeah. Yeah. No, but
sorry, go ahead.
No, he's a great guy, and he's still really, really, really funny. And he's been meaning to get back up on stage, and I'm like, God, just do it, man. Just do it. But his confidence level has taken a huge blow since the strokes. But yeah, it's weird that we know 2 different people in the improv community of Hawaii, not just Hawaii, but of Oahu, who have had multiple strokes.
Well, I don't know the person you were just talking about.
Well, okay, yeah, but we know people that are in common though. Yeah, it's weird. It's wackadoo. Like our Kevin knows Chris Reel very well. Chris Reel used to be the kind of guy who would push the envelope and go way past it. Mm-hmm. He knew where the line was, and he intentionally jump over the line and kind of do that, hey, I'm over the line kind of thing, but in like a really funny way, but in a way that is so inappropriate. And so he kind of got ostracized from the improv community of Oahu for a little while. And then he had his strokes, and then he just, I think he just kind of faded from people's memory, to be honest. But
still building. I'm getting there, Mike. I'm getting there.
Getting there. Daily.
Yeah, the daily is done.
You got your dailies in?
I got my dailies in.
Let's check out your dailies. Oh, what? Something I was going to do 2 hours ago. We've been doing this for over 2 hours, Dominica.
No. It says 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 50 seconds. Oh, that's right. You were going to do your unboxing.
I have an unboxing. So Kim is asleep multiple rooms away from where I am right now. So I feel comfortable talking about this. This is one of Kim's
you
Christmas
live in New York and you have multiple rooms in your house?
I know. So we live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and the bedroom that I'm currently in, we converted to an office, but both bedrooms are on opposite sides of the apartment. So to get from one bedroom to the other, you have to go through the living room, and then the kitchen and a bathroom are like, you don't go through the kitchen and bathroom, but you go past them as the hallway goes down the hall. So it goes bedroom 1, living room, kitchen, bathroom, and then the other bedroom. So she's far enough away that she can't hear what I'm talking about, and she's asleep. So this is one of Kim's Christmas presents. So she used to work for General Mills. I'm going to tell the story as I open this box. She used to work for General Mills, doing marketing on the Trix cereal brand. And, we all know that the Trix rabbit is the mascot for the Trix cereal, right?
Mhm.
So she's always had a lot of love for the Trix rabbit because, she used to work on the product itself. So, then she moved to New York and she stopped working for General Mills and, life moved on. So I am a member of a Nickelodeon Kids of the 90s Facebook group. And there was this woman from Puerto Rico who has some crocheted Nickelodeon characters that she's like crocheted herself as kind of like little plush toys, essentially. And she was selling them on this Facebook group page. And I reached out to her and said, I know this isn't a Nickelodeon character, but can you maybe, she put a little customized note inside that says, thank you for shopping Crochet Kitty Creations. So if anybody wants, that's the name of her company, is Crochet Kitty Creations. And the photos that she posted online of like all the different characters, like the Rugrats was the first social comments display here. Click
Wait,
on
I
them to
clicked
show.
the wrong thing.
Were you trying to put Crochet Kitty Creations
No,
down
no,
there?
we have somebody who's watching.
We have a comment. We have a commenter.
See? Sims join us.
Hi, Sim.
He says
Sim.
congratulations.
Aw, thanks, man. Much appreciated. It was fun times had by all.
Sim, do you want to join us on video? You have the link.
I mean, yeah, God. Okay, so here we are. If I haven't prefaced this enough, I commissioned this woman in Puerto Rico to crochet me a Trix rabbit. And what is in here? Okay, I'll open this in a second, but I'm really excited to see.
I just realized that Sim sent those messages 15 minutes ago.
Look at this thing. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is heavy too.
What's it filled with? Has it got, can you tell?
I think it's like some kind of fiber fill. But the yarn that she used, Sim says, sorry, I can't join you now. I GTG in a minute.
Got to go.
Got to go in a minute. The
That's all right,
yarn
Sim.
is
Thanks
really heavy
thanks for
yarn.
dropping by.
Hi, Sim. Sim, look at my toy. Oh my gosh. It has like, I don't know if you can see, but he has like a little hand painted smile on here.
It's better. You can see the detail more when you hold it up to the camera. Like you can see all of the crochet aspect. Because further away, it looked like it could have just been material.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is all like hand crocheted. I don't know if I'm the only person in existence to have this, because apparently there's a pattern for this somewhere. Oh my gosh. I am so blown away with how incredible this. It's huge. This thing, that's what she said. This is
You can't get away from it.
this is a large toy. This is a large bunny, a large collectible. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't wait to give this to Kim for Christmas. This is so cool.
Do not tell her about this stream or she'll be spoiled. She won't watch it all the way through to 2 hours. She'll be like,
Kim doesn't even watch my own YouTube videos. So that's fine. So we're good.
Fair enough.
I love this. Oh, I love this so much. This is incredible. Oh, Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm just gushing over this because this is so cool.
Oh, it's your right to gush. That's what it's there for, right?
Truth.
Okay, so I have a question for you. See, the instructions here show the E with the middle one at the lower part, right? Because you can't center it because it doesn't have enough, like there's not enough pieces.
Sure.
But to me, I feel like, I don't know, would it look better if it was higher up? I feel like if I'm seeing an E, it should be.
Typically, the E is higher, or like the middle is a little bit higher, yeah, as opposed to lower.
So I'm gonna do it different than the instructions.
Do the instructions have you doing it lower?
Yes. Wait, I'm just going to. Yeah. See, Sim thinks the rabbit looks awesome,
Right?
and the Daily Bugle sign also looks awesome. Yes, it does. It's almost done. Yeah.
Oh man.
I think it's better higher up.
Oh,
I'll show
I
you
agree.
like in the
Oh, I
instructions.
1000% agree.
It's in the instructions. It shows.
Yeah, what does it look like? Yeah, no, it looks better higher. Yeah.
Sorry, Lego, you're wrong.
You're wrong, Lego.
I'm diverting from the instructions.
So I just want to show you real quick. In the box, she included like there was like this little green bag and has a couple of things in it. So this is her business card, Crochet Kitty Creations.
That is such a cool design.
And on the back, it says Crochet Kitty Creations, made with love in every stitch, custom-made crochet plushies. Place your order today on Facebook or Instagram at Crochet Kitty 1323. So if anybody wants to get in on this custom, and that's the thing, like I didn't even know if she would be able to make something like this, but she did, and it's incredible. And she also put in this little kitty paw keychain.
That's cute.
And I'll be completely honest, I didn't know what this was until I literally hung it in front of the camera. And I looked at it in the camera. I'm like, oh, it's a cat paw.
It is a
That's
paw.
exactly what that is. Yeah, a really fun little keychain and a sticker with her logo on it. I am blown. I'm sorry, I'm blown away. Like that is just so cool. It's just so cool.
Wait. I'm going to be building an actual bugle now. So when Kevin said blow your bugle, now I'm actually going to have a bugle that I could blow.
You totally could.
I can
Yes, you will.
blow the bugle that I'm going to be
Yes,
making.
you will. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, I forgot. I also have to build a little car, a Spider-Man car after the side.
The spider buggy?
I guess it's going to be going up the side of the building.
That's what it does. Yep, the spider buggy. It's like, I don't know what kind of technology it uses, but it's that same kind of like grippy. It grips. It grips.
It grips.
It grips.
All right, Sim saying goodbye.
Love you, Sim.
actually see it.
Bye.
I love that you just fell in love with him so quickly.
Sim is a wonderful human being. He's
He is.
so chill and just like, yeah, just really cool. You've got great friends, Dominica.
I do. Yeah, he and his wife helped. They donated some money to me for my divorce when I was desperate for money. It was like yeah, because I had to pay for.
Hey, we all need a little help sometimes, right?
So I very much appreciated that.
We all need a little help from our friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. Ooh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm getting high with a little help.
Here's the bugle. You gotta try, right?
When you first started doing that, I thought it was like an actual, like, it's making a sound. Oh no, it's Dominica.
You thought I was blowing and it was making that noise?
Yeah, I did.
Just going, That's funny.
Hey, look, here's a coin. Here's a coin of Deadpool. And what happens when I blow on it like a bugle?
Oh, it also does that. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's a Deadpool bugle coin.
Here we go. And it has a handle that's not actually sticking onto it. That's... Wait.
Use your imagination. Use your imagination.
Clearly, I must. All right. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. I have to.
Let's slap it on there. I say let's. That's basically you slap it on there.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Rotate it slightly so you can see a little bit better.
that just looks so cool.
Can I get it straight? What am I sticking it to? Oh, let's stick it that way. That works. Maybe. Is it stuck on? I don't think it is.
I'm stuck on the Band-Aid brands because Band-Aid stuck on me. Do you remember that little jingle?
No.
Maybe it was from the 90s. I don't know, but yeah.
Or it might have just been in the US.
Could have been.
Can you see that well?
on-
It looks like it's
Yeah.
kind of good.
No, yeah, it looks great.
You can barely see my face because the light is
It
behind.
looks so good. I am so jealous because that is so fun, Dominica.
You'll just have to find a way to get your own. Or come visit to see it in person.
Yep,
You get free flights, right?
I sure do. Yeah, let's go on out to the Bay something. You live in Oakland?
I live in Oakland.
That's right. I'll fly out to Oakland.
I don't know that the unnamed airline that you fly with goes to that airport.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
It does?
Mm-hmm. We fly to San Fran. We fly to Oakland. We fly to San Jose. Yeah.
Wait. Did I know that? I don't know if I knew that. Maybe there's just limited destinations that it goes to from.
You know, a few years ago, we if you wanted to get to LA, you only could fly to LAX or Orange County. But then a few years ago, they opened up Burbank. So now Burbank is a third option.
Well, there you go.
Well, and then there's Ontario as well. You could also fly into Ontario. So I guess there's like 4 LA-ish options.
Do you think I can finish this in 10 minutes? I don't know. Speed run.
Go,
I'll make a
go,
mistake.
go.
This is what I get for, it's just talking without actually building anything at the very beginning.
Right? We wasted
Just
all of that
explaining.
time.
We did waste
All
all
of
that
that
time.
time.
We could have been building.
All right. So just to give you something to listen to and give my mouth something to do before I fall asleep. What's something that about my life that you want to know?
Ooh, favorite childhood memory. Do you have one?
I don't know if because that's a big umbrella. That's a very big umbrella. But there's this memory that I have, and I can't tell you how old I was. I could not have been that old. We were in the old house. So I was born in Franklin, Pennsylvania. And we lived in Franklin until I was 7. And then we moved to Oil City, which is a difference of 8 miles. Yeah.
So pretty
So
close.
we were still at the old house in Franklin, and I remember this is not like what I'm about to say is not going to be like anything like, wow, that's crazy. This is like just a very bland kind of memory, but it's a memory that I cherish. And like I said, this is one of my earlier memories of my human life. Um, just sitting, or rather laying in my mom's lap, and like my head is on her shoulder, and like my stomach is like, kind of against her stomach, and I'm just like, I'm a small child, and I'm just laying in my mom's lap, and her arms are around me, and we're rocking in the rocking chair, and she's just kind of patting my back, just kind of like singing, humming like little like go to sleep lullaby type things. And it was just, I just have this memory of like this really gentle, tender mother and son. I mean, yeah, mother and son, but like mother and child
Hmm.
memory of just the love that my mother has for me, and the love that I have for my mother. And it just kind of stems from like this vague at best memory of just sitting in the rocking chair with my mom, and just like my head on her shoulder, and just feeling her warmth and her tenderness, and yeah, just her love. That's one of my more cherished, I guess technically childhood memories.
It's really sweet though.
Yeah. It probably doesn't fall under the category, or maybe like under the spirit of the question, that you were
No, but
asking.
no, that fits just fine to me.
Yeah. How about you?
Favorite childhood memory? Now I have to answer my own question. Uh,
Mwahaha.
serves me right. Um, let's see. I think. Um, do you mind if I go teen childhood, because it's still childhood?
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
I just remember. I mean, I talked about the fact that my mum brought me to the US a few times when I was a kid.
Yep. Gary,
And
Indiana.
one of the
Everybody
places.
breaks out in a musical. Matthew Broderick from the Music Man just like turns the corner.
Gary, Indiana was not part of that memory. But, after my parents separated, she needed, and so my first trip out, my parents were still together, so my dad came with us. But the second and third trip, he did not, because they'd separated by then. And then I became like navigator of like road trip stuff, and my mum asked me for more input on like the things that we should add to the trip, that were not part of the visiting family itinerary.
Oh, how fun.
And so on the third trip out, so this was when I was 14, I think, I was like, okay, I really want to go to Disney World. So, because we'd been to Disneyland on the first two trips, I think, or at least the first one, but I think it was the first two. And so, so I was like, I really must go. I really wanted to go to Disney World. So,
Yeah.
getting to go to Disney World, because my mum asked for my input.
And did you go?
Yes, we went to like all of the parks. Like we had the
Oh man.
5-day pass or something. I think we went on 4 days, because on one of the, because it's consecutive days, right? So one of the days we went somewhere else instead. And I don't remember specifically what it was on that particular day. It might have been the Kennedy Space Center or something.
That's still pretty cool.
Or it might have been the day that I ended up not doing anything, and my mum went to an alligator park with my siblings. And I'm like, I don't want to go to alligator park, so I stayed at the hotel.
That would have been so cool, though. An alligator park? Are you kidding me?
Look, I was 14. Maybe I was not into sex, that sort of thing.
Fair.
I'm like, I came here for Disneyland. Why are we going to alligator park?
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point. So here's a side adventure story about maybe not a story, but a pre-story maybe. So I get to officiate my second wedding ever in January, and it's two friends of mine getting married in Orlando. And yeah, I get to, like, for the second time in my life, I get to officiate a wedding. Like, I'm really excited about it.
Is it at Disney World, or are you just mentioning it because it's in the same
Orlando,
city? That Disney World
yeah.
is? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Are they honeymooning at Disney World? Or do they live there?
I haven't. So Kim and I went down to Orlando to go hang out with friends and do. I think it was Universal Studios or something. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we went down to go hang out with friends for a few days, and while we were all together, they asked like, "Hey, Mike, will you be the officiant?" And I was like, "What?" What? Wait, why was I? What question did you literally just ask me?
Do they live in Orlando, or are they going to honeymoon in Disney
Honeymoon.
World?
So I don't. They were originally supposed to get married at the Kennedy Center, and I think all that changed. So they're doing it because we got an invite. It was supposed to be on January 3rd. That's when their wedding was supposed to be. And then we get a save the date for January like 28th or like something like that for the end of the month. And I was like, wait, I thought this was on January 3rd. What's going on? So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what this wedding is going to be or how it's going to turn out. I know it's at their home now because I've officially RSVP'd now, but I have been so busy with my own wedding that I haven't even had a minute, to prepare or like get ready for their wedding. So we'll find out.
Well, it's a couple of months to go.
Yeah. I still need to get registered for Orlando County. Is it Orlando County? Whatever county Orlando is in. Yeah.
I don't know.
I need to get registered as a online fake minister. Because we all know that's legit. So, yeah. All right, 1 minute. You have 1 minute.
Oh no, I'm not going to finish this in 1 minute. I might have to finish the thing on my own. see if anyone joins and wants to say anything to me.
You've done the bulk majority. I mean, all you have left really is just assembling Doc Ock. Really?
And finishing the car.
Oh,
the car is almost done, but yes.
Oh, wait till the car's
Let's
done.
Just stay until I've already kept you half an hour longer.
I know, right? Okay, so the car is almost done, and then you just have Doc Ock to do, and that's it?
Yeah. Yep.
Fine. Okay, I'll stay until you finish Doc Ock, but I'm not staying until you put everything on the building.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. I don't have to stream that part.
Yeah. Because, I mean, one of the cool things about all of these extra things is that, okay, maybe there's like a designated place for them to hang off the building and do a thing or whatever, but they don't have to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
You get to take them off. Like the Green Goblin doesn't have to stay in the front. You can take him off and make him fly around and do whatever he wants.
Correct.
Also, the entrance to the Daily Bugle, I see is there a red minifigure standing on top of the entrance?
Yes.
Is that Carnage?
No, that's Daredevil.
Oh, that's Daredevil.
Carnage looks like this. You weren't on my stream when I did Carnage, right?
Oh yeah, that's pretty great. Have you seen Let Them Be Venom?
Let There Be Carnage?
Carnage, Let There Be Venom.
Yes.
Have you seen it yet?
Yes, I have seen it already. I had to wait until the Monday after it came out to go and see it, but yes, I did go.
I was on my honeymoon when it came out, so same thing with Bond. We saw Bond on Wednesday. I liked it. I'll give it 1 thumb up. I'm
For
not going to give it
Bond?
2 thumbs up. Yeah, for No Time to Die. Um, it was better than I thought it was going to be, but I haven't seen Let There Be Venom yet. That's the title of
You're
the movie now.
intentionally getting
Yes, I am.
the names wrong now.
What are you talking about? That's what it's called, right?
I'm still stuck in my video game tour guide mindset kind of thing. It's like I just have to watch movies that are set in San Francisco.
Fair.
Especially if they are superhero ones, clearly.
How was Let There Be Carnage? Was it
it was
as
fine.
good as the first?
I don't know about that.
Was the first one better than this one?
I think that there was some more interesting dynamics with like his ex in the first one compared to the second one. However, and like I didn't even know who one of the characters were in terms of like Spider-Man stuff.
Did you stay through
Of course.
the end credits?
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
Good. Because that's a cardinal sin if you don't.
Who are you talking to, Mike?
I know who I'm talking to, but sometimes people are just like, yeah, I'm good.
All right. Now, yes. Okay.
Because I went to go see Black Panther for like the second or third time when I was in London. And there was a couple who was sitting like, I don't know, 3 or 4 seats away from me. And then when the credits start rolling, they get up to leave. And I'm like, guys, like, there's more to the movie. And they're like,
So,
okay, so bye. We're leaving. And I was like, but the movie's not over. Idiots.
I just have to make sure it gets in the right spot without it turning around because it's a spinny thing.
Applicable to so many situations.
You just like messing with me at this point.
Oh, it's not messing with you when we're both like
That's
involved in the same
that's
joke.
True. Look, I'm not. I'm messing myself up. Maybe I'll just have to attach that later.
Just hot glue it.
I don't
Just use
keep
hot
you
glue.
I'll do Doc Ock, and then I'll attach that later, and it'll be visible in the background of my next stream.
Yeah.
Let's finish the Doc Ock part with all these extra pieces I didn't need. See, that's why I waited. Okay. 4 of these. 4 times of these things that require me doing these little fiddly things 7 times, which means 7 times 4 is 28. So I have to do 28 of these things.
Okay, so you just did a small little basic math equation. There is let me go back to comedy for a second. You know the comedy duo Abbott and Costello, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen their sketch 7 plus 13 equals 28?
No, I have not.
Is brilliant. It's like when they do it, like, yes, it's really funny, but it's also like it's so genius the way that they had thought through this process, right? So stay with me here. So the whole concept of the sketch, I know, right? Where are you gonna go? The whole concept of the sketch is Abbott and Costello are they just moved out of their apartment that they leased for like 13 weeks or like for 7 weeks or something. So now they're leaving, and Abbott turns to Costello. He's like, "Hey, make sure that you paid the landlord. And then the landlord shows up just as they're leaving, and he's like, "Hey, you didn't pay me my money." And Costello's like, "I totally paid you your money." And Abbott's like, "I gave you the money. Why didn't you give it to the landlord?" And Costello's like, I just told you I paid him his money. I paid him the $28 that we owed him." And the landlord's like, $28? You paid me $28, but it's worth a lot more than $28. And Costello was like, "Okay, the rent was $13 a week." And landlord's like, "Yeah." "We stayed there for 7 weeks." Landlord's like, "Yeah." "I paid you the $28. And the landlord's like, "That's not what 7 times 13 equals." And Abbott by this point is like beside himself, and he's like, "This math does not add up." So he pulls over a chalkboard out of nowhere, and he's like, "All right, wise guy, if you think that 7 times 13 equals 28, let's do the math." So he writes the equation: 13 times 7, and then so this is the part where I'm like, stick with me here. You have to do some visual, mentally visual math, right? So 7 times 3 is 21, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes 7 times 1 for the 13. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 21 equals 28. Which is not how math works, but like that's how he explained it, right? And he's like, "See, it's $28. I just did the math for you." So Abbott's like, "That's not, no, that's not right." So he erases the whole thing, and he's like, "All right, let's divide this, okay?" So he puts the 28 divided by 7, and then he goes 7 into 2. 7 will not go into 2, so let's drop the 2, right? So 7 into 8 goes 1. So he puts the 1 up top. And then 8 minus 7 equals 1. And then he brings the 2 from the 28. He brings the 2 back up to make equal 21. And he goes, "How many times does 7 go into 21? Well, it goes 3 times. So there's your 13. Ta-da! 28 divided by 7 is 13. And again, he's not doing the math correctly, but like that's how he explains it, right? And so at this point, Abbott is just beside himself. He's like, "You're not doing it correctly. Let's just add. You can't screw up adding, can you?" So he takes the number 13 and he writes it on the chalkboard 7 times. And so he's like, let's do this incrementally, very slowly. 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Plus 3 is 18. Plus 3 is 21. And then this is where Costello grabs the chalk and he goes 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And so they did it 3 different ways, and he still, like, through improper methods, proved that 7 times 13 equals 28. And it was so brilliant. It was so funny. I went to school and I started doing this routine for my friends, like writing it out for them. And they're like, "Mike, you're stupid. Like, this is not why should we care?" It was so defeating that I'm like, but this is funny. And nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Such is my life. I encounter something that I love so passionately, and I want to share it with the world, and nobody cares.
Well, this is in your small population town in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's why. That's why.
Yeah.
You did it in the wrong place.
6,000 people. I know. Such is my life.
I'm almost done.
Oh, you're so close. Okay, I'm gone. Bye.
You don't wait for the actual finish.
Dominica, I've been thinking, let's do the Daily Bugle over again. Can you, like, from right here, can you just break the whole thing down, and then we'll build the whole thing in one stream. Let's just break the whole thing down. Like don't
into
don't.
small parts.
No. Just one long. Let's just jump right into it.
You
It'll
do
take
know it took me months to put it together.
only because there was so much time in between builds.
That's true, but I don't think your new wife would appreciate me taking you for that much time.
Oh, I'm not going to be here for it. I'm just saying you should do
Oh,
it.
you just do it by myself? Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. This is more fun to do when I have somebody to talk to while I'm doing it. You should have realized that by now, Mike.
Oh,
That's why it's taken me so long.
speaking of getting married and Legos,
Yeah, did you have your Jurassic Park stuff?
look at this.
Oh, you got a wedding topper thing that you didn't put on your wedding cake, Mike.
No, I didn't put it on my wedding cake. You want to see what was on top of my wedding cake?
I've seen what was on your. There was the Jurassic Park thing. It's very cool.
Roar, roar. Yeah. Hold on. Let me find some pictures of my wedding cake. Because we had 2 wedding cakes. Kim had the really beautiful, elegant, classic wedding cake. I, on the other hand, did this.
Look, it's your wedding. You get to do what you want to do.
It's my party. I can cry if I want to. Build a cake if I want to. Play charades if I want to.
Oh, I know why this isn't working because I don't have things on top of it. Whoops.
Wait, you what?
That's what she said. No, it was missing a piece, and that's why it wasn't working the way that I wanted it to.
It's true. When you take was the male part that goes into the female part, and you have 2 male parts, then you just get to rub your dicks together. Just like that.
That's how you do it.
This is how we do it, rubbing dicks together. That was the Jordan McKnight song, right?
Sure, why not? I don't know.
That's how it went, right? Oh, Dominica, that looks so cool.
Let's get to the right way. There we go. Almost done. Almost done. Okay.
Wow. You have accomplished quite a bit.
I did. Rotate this one.
That's great.
Slightly, so it's there we go. And he's done.
Oh.
Finally.
That might be the best of all the figures. I'll be completely honest.
That's probably why they left him till last.
Probably. It's so cool. That's great.
You didn't get to see all of. I'm going to turn this one off.
Bye.
Bye, phone. You didn't get to see all the characters because you've not been here for everything.
Fair.
Do you want me to show the other ones, or you just really need?
Yeah. Let's go quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Because I did bring them up close enough. Okay, so I just did the Spider-Man one that I said.
He's like Indiana Jones because he has like a little whip.
It was a web whip.
It's his flaccid web. He can't get his webs up.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Spider-Man's a menace.
Well, that's a pretty good impression. Got your good old Spider-Ham.
Hey guys, I come from the cartoon land of Spider-Hamville.
I don't even remember which characters you did see before.
I work for the Daily Bugle.
Punisher.
My family was killed. I'm out for vengeance.
So we have Spider-Man, but also we have his alter ego, Peter Parker.
Hey guys,
So Peter Parker isn't this Spider-Man.
I'm a photographer. Hi guys.
We're here for Black Cat, I think. I'm just going to show them all, regardless of whether or not you saw them already.
Felicia Hardy.
Venom.
We are
See, I did
Venom.
Venom when I had Jordan on, and he was just like, "Yeah, I didn't like the Venom movie. I'm not going to see the other one."
Oof.
It's Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
It's actually really cool. Miles costume.
It is very cool
Odd
because it's
job.
got his hoodie. It's everything.
Right?
This one is mentioned as Ghost Spider. I can't even see it with a light.
It's not Spider Gwen?
I think so, but they call her Ghost Spider
That's
in
Spider
in
Gwen.
the set.
No. No, none of this ghost spider nonsense.
Mysterio. Now, see, there's another set that's got Mysterio in it, and if Mysterio had not been in this set, I would have got that set. But because I already have Mysterio, I'm like, I don't know that I can justify getting that other set that Mysterio's in because I
Okay,
already have one.
let me pause you real quick. So
Mhm.
seeing Mysterio's head as a minifigure made me think of Madame Leonia. Madame Leonia. You know what I'm trying to say. From the Haunted Mansion, from Disney's Haunted Mansion, which made me think, what if Disney and Lego got together to do a gigantic haunted mansion that opened up and you have all the different rooms with all the different ghosts?
Mm. Mm.
How insane would that be?
Well, maybe that one's coming. I mean, they just had. Maybe they'll do the do it with the Muppets though, because they just had the Muppets one come out.
Did you watch the Muppets Haunted Mansion?
I haven't seen it yet, but I do intend to.
It's not great.
Oh, so I shouldn't see it.
It's not great.
Let's move on then. It's the Gwen Stacy, right?
Oh, Peter, I'm in love with you.
Ben Urich, the journalist.
Ben Urich. Interesting.
Were you not on the stream that I
Uh-uh.
built that one? Maybe
Uh-uh.
maybe I did that one with. Who did I do that one with?
Interesting.
Maybe it was Jordan that I did that one with, because I feel like I had a conversation with somebody who knew who Ben Urich was.
No, yeah, I know exactly who Ben Urich is, but no, I didn't realize that he was part of that set.
This is just a random person. Let me look it up. Let me see if they
It seems like if it's just a person, like it seems like a waste of an opportunity.
It is. They should have had somebody else. Okay, it's Amber Grant. Somebody called Amber Grant.
Amber Grant?
Civilian. Yes.
Hold on. Amber Grant, Spider-Man.
Then we have
Amber Grant is from Earth 616. She works at the Daily Bugle.
She's probably just she's got like a bag on her, so maybe she's like a male person. This is Ron Barney.
Ron Barney, Spider-Man.
Betty Brant, who is, it says, Bugle staff member and romantic interest of Peter.
Ooh.
I bet my dad would know who that is. Aunt May, of course.
Peter, I really don't want you to hang out with that Spider-Man character. He's dangerous.
Wait, I'm going to do... Wait. Oh, no. That one was not... This one... Here's me being silly. This one was Ron Barney. This one was...
Hey, Spider-Man.
Oh, and this was Robbie Robertson. I made the mistake because I didn't
look
at the
they look
colours of
very
their
similar.
That's what I get for not looking at what clothes they were wearing.
Their sweater, I mean, they're it sucks that they're two black characters because both of their sweaters look like Cosby sweaters. And now that's all you will ever see.
No. Why did you have to say that?
Because it's true. I'm a comedian. I tell the truth.
And the final one is Sandman.
That's Sandman. Nope, I take it back. Doc Ock is not the coolest. Sandman is the coolest.
Sandman is the
minifig.
coolest one.
That is great.
And just for posterity the sakes. Oh wait. Okay, let me do the Daredevil off of his little perch here.
Aww. I am the knight.
Daredevil there.
That's so cool. Can I get a close up of Green Goblin? What's is that just an explosion off to the right of Green Goblin? Like that little orange thing down there?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know. This is me moving my computer to see if you can see it better.
It just looks incredible. That really genuinely looks amazing.
All the detail. Okay, and I'll just show you Carnage again.
Carnage.
Because you asked about that one earlier. And yeah, that's basically
it. Is Mary Jane not there?
There's no Mary Jane. There is no Mary Jane in this set. But you know what? The set that the other Spider-Man set that I have that I will be building hopefully in either December or January, depending on when I decide to do that show. There is a Mary Jane, the Mary Jane from the Zendaya Mary Jane in that set, because it's a set from No Way Home. So I do intend to build that one when I do a review. I want to do a review show of Spider-Man No Way Home with guests that are comic book fans or at least understand stuff.
Yes, please.
And after we've all seen the movie, so it'll probably be sometime in either. Depends, because it's Christmas and stuff, so it might not be until January, depending on how things go, because I know people have stuff to do for the holidays. And also I have a Christmas set that I plan on building in December. So
fun.
my next stream, since before I end the stream, my next stream is going to be on Monday night around about 8 p.m. Pacific time. My guest is, unless anything changes and it comes up, but my next guest is going to be a friend of mine from Malaysia, and we are going to be building the Shang-Chi set.
That's the one that I took a picture of and sent you.
Yes.
And you're like, no, I already have it. I'm building it on Monday.
Exactly. I'm like, here it is. So that's the next one that I will be building in my room with my setup.
And your new setup.
And I'll have to make sure that this is in the background and you can actually see it in all of its glory.
The benefit is that takes, you can take that apart in layers, right?
Yeah, I might have to do that if it's too heavy.
You probably should. Especially with Green Goblin kind of swinging a little bit. Like if you bump it, he starts to jostle a little. So you probably don't want to risk it.
We'll see how I go. I'm not going to move it right this minute. I'll probably take some pictures first.
Hey, do you remember an hour ago when I was going to leave?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you spending your Friday night with me.
You're welcome.
And I hope you have a great day with your new wife tomorrow.
We're gonna hang out and we're gonna go play and we're gonna do some stuff that I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, it'll be great. Right. Dominica, thank you so much for having me on. I am gonna go. Yeah. Watch my YouTube show, Gotta Love Them Movies, live stream every Wednesday on YouTube. Just look up Gotta Love Them Movies. It's literally youtube.com/Gotta Love Them Movies. Ow, and I just stubbed my toe. Ow. Ow.
And if anyone watches back this later, because you still only have supposedly one viewer, maybe we'll see. I don't know if we actually have a new viewer, and it's a stranger. It's a ghost. It's a bot.
It's a spider ghost.
if anyone wants to support me financially, I don't need it, it's fine. But they can find my online store with my designs. This is my improv San Francisco design.
Genius.
And I'm also wearing on my shirt.
Oh, you just wanted to.
I wanted to advertise.
Yeah, well, I'm a trophy husband.
Well, I can see that.
I wore the shirt on my honeymoon, and I got so many comments on it. People are like, "That's a great shirt. How come my wife doesn't buy me a shirt like that?" I'm like, guys, it's a shitty like husband shirt. Like, chill out. You can get him for $10 on Amazon. Like, knock it off. He does not deserve the attention that you're giving it right now. I would also like to plug
an actual plug.
I just pulled out a butt plug. I would actually like to plug.
That's not the kind of plug I was thinking of, but okay.
Gotta love them boobies.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna go now because I'm tired and I'm sleepy.
Sleep well, and until next time, Mike will be back at some point.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me. Okay, bye.
Bye.